Welcome to Open Minds, Open Mic, the place to be on a Friday night. We have a very special delight for you. Uncultured Asian is going to be spitting a feature set. I'm so excited for that. Um, Learning about them on Heart of the Artist, I was just like, yo, you were my unconfirmed soul sister. Like, can you please do a feature for me on Friday? Like, I want to hear a whole feature set, and they agree. So, like, yeah, tonight's gonna be dope. I've been looking forward to it. But yeah, I'm gonna start us off with this poem called I Had to Write This. It really sucks. I had to write this. These silly fucks. I'm mad. I have to write this. Leave nothing left. Achieve a cutting breath. Seizing, I'm hunting threats. Proceed to succeed with every step. Cleave, gutting, shred piece till there's nothing left. Theft in plain sight. My brain ain't right. Night falls into sin. Walls closing in. Frozen. Chosen to be broken. Token dropped in. I'm off the deep end. Always wanna sleep in. Seen as the reason that the legion creep in. Dream of the season. Hats half eaten. I'm past grieving. Sneak towards treason. Speak swords, beacons, weaken boards, leaf and cords, leave the wards. Winding up, grinding through hordes. Finding bluffs. Gloves wrap my wrists like handcuffs. I'm past this shit. It's not enough. Time I laughed at this. No fronts, just rhyme. Now past the blunt, I'm high. So fine. Okay. No way. Go play. Slay all the mics. I throw them away. On the day to day. Won't even change the way my deranged brain sings. I slang pain, raw ether, speaker brings weaker things seep into your veins. You sheep, you're all the same. Creep into my lane. As you can see, I'm to blame. Hot and running off with no aim, it's so lame. Plot something stunning to feed your brain. Just to hop out holding a flag that reads, I'm insane.
I love that beginning on that, Thomas. Like those first 4 or 5 lines, just serious hooking.
Yeah, the right too is like I had, and then leave nothing left. Like, and right. I don't know. I like playing with words that are like the same words but different.
I also noticed that whenever I write my own poetry, I don't use profanity because I was raised to be a good boy by my parents.
I use profanity just because I'm a bad boy. Sorry.
Yeah, you are. Bad
Sorry.
boy.
I adore the word fuck, especially when British people say it.
Well, have you heard that one? Like fuck's like the most versatile word in the here. Yeah, like you could use it for
It's a noun,
who? Yeah, who was it that made that?
it's an action.
Yeah.
My grandmother always said that it was her, she spoke many languages, and she said it was her favorite word out of all languages she knew because it was the most versatile.
It is. You can use like these silly fucks can give a fuck about fucking or fuck this and fuck like it, you can use it as like every piece of the part of the sentence. You can have a sentence that's just like
Every
just
part
the
of
word.
speech.
Yeah,
Every
like
part of speech.
You can
yeah,
express
it's
most emotions. Fuck,
yeah,
fuck,
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 oh,
fuck,
fuck,
fuck, oh fuck,
fuck.
fuck. Like, yeah, it's such a versatile word. I love it.
I'm gonna have
So
to read fuckery now, Thomas. I was not in my
yeah.
plan. I'm gonna have to do it.
Ah.
I'm gonna have to do it.
Yo, I have it on my thing. 'Cause remember you had me cover it? I have it
Yeah,
on my thing too. If you want to read your own, maybe a second round, I'll cover it for you.
yeah,
If you,
do
because
it,
you
do
said
it.
you had something else you wanted, right? You have a new piece you want to read, right? And you're first on the list. So I'm gonna go ahead and put we have Ethan, who I believe is a newcomer here, but I added him to the end of the list. Them, Ethan. If you want to read, the spot's there for you. If you don't, that's okay. We appreciate you coming through and listening to us. But coming up next on the mic, we've got none other than the host, co-host of The Heart of the Artist on Tuesdays, which is how I found out about Uncultured Asian. Y'all need to check that out. I will drop a link to the YouTube channel in a minute here once I finish introducing. Um, yeah, Whisper Poet, thank you so much for everything that you do for the community, and we love and appreciate you so much. So yeah, if you can bless us with some words, we greatly appreciate that too.
Thank you, Thomas. I would love to. I have two new pieces actually, although one of them is not so new that you might not have heard it, but this is new. This is Importance of Flight, and this was in the style of this was inspired by poet Sophia Falco. Flight found in a rusty swing in an abandoned amusement park, centrifugal force wants to fling me across the sky in this swing, this seat, this chair, the flying chairs, swinging out over the open space off the side of a mountain, as if I am flying out over nothing and all I can breathe is sky. For a moment, I am other. No longer child, become my alter ego, superhero, weaving clouds with breath to form my cape. I am a bird, feathering the crosswinds to hover. Human eye wants to argue with the impossible feat of suspended animation, but I know the power of pressure to hold me in place, hold me still, take away my nose from the vending machine in my larynx. I stuck a quarter in my nose as a child and it never came out, lodged in my brain, got my mind on my money and my money in my mind, wishing the quarter would move downstairs, would be a good neighbor that never made any noise all this time, and a quarter is not enough pennies to warrant full attention of my brain, which was too young to understand that the quarter never leaves your brain. Even after you there's no easy answer when you've circumnavigated the temporal lobes of your therapist's brain 3 times plus 1. There is no answer when you're stuck between a septum and a talk place. There are only busy signals, tears, and card read errors for things normal people have as 3-lick Tootsie Pops. My choke-holded nose swallow me whole, stuck in my throat to choke out the sounds of the resistance to my rebellion of my coin collection, a boot heel on my neck, but I find my no, shout it loud. I will not let a quarter bind a swing. I will no longer accept quarters for the gift you made free with purchase of me. I swing out wide, feet flying, a double shoestring flag of the claimed country of my independence. Because in the end, I made a stand to find my freedom from the traumas that held me down for so long, because it was important to me to fly. And this is Gasoline in a Match. Did you know how ready, my tender, when you slid your hands into my hair to massage my thoughts, insight, sensual riot, I want to make sweet violence to you. Flames dance in my eyes when you put your hand on the heat at the center of me and squeeze until I forget to breathe. Oxygenate me, please. I need you to make me dessert. Consume me in slow bites. Only you know my just right. Some fires burn slow and some explode like the sun. When you pulled my head back to laser your truth into my eyes, growled into my ear that I am yours. I can't deny. I need you to tell me how you want me. I need it itemized. You tell me I'm yours, and the nature of your feels is that you are in full possession of my person. You are my sword and my shield. Unleash me. I am gasoline, and you are a match. Come ignite my rocket fuel. Smell the sulfur of ignition. Feel the blaze of recognition that I am the yin to your yang, the light to your dark, and the dark to your light. We are both to each other by day and by night. But in this moment, we are simply combustion, and there is no right or wrong when it comes to us. I am safe when I am in your arms. Your eyes show me that I can never come to harm when I am with you. And when your safety, love, and fire alchemy together, they create a space that gives me space to be free. So come to me, love. Come close and unleash this beast inside of me that needs to devour you. I need to feed. You hit that torch button. You got me lit. How can I feel so hot and yet be so wet for you? I need to wrap my body around yours, sink teeth into your delicious flesh, stroke me, touch me, drive me to the limit of my existence, and look into my eyes as you claim me with zero resistance. I am yours and you are mine. And when I forget to breathe from the feel of your teeth on my neck, put your mouth on mine and never let me forget. Every inch of my body paused to celebrate the feel of yours inside mine. Possession. Take me. You're my obsession. And in case you had any question in your mind, I am yours to satisfy. I am inked, stamped, engraved with your name inside my veins, burned into my retinas. My lips breathe your name. I want your possession. I need it like air. Sink yourself so deep into me that my insides recognize you and claim you as theirs. We are fire, and I burn for you always. You imprinted your catechism into my tongue. I recite you as a prayer as your mouth descends to heated valleys and hollows. Claim that land. Give me more. I want you to own it. Caveat emptor. Pump your love drug into my stream of blood. Make me flood these pages stained with the ink of our love. Drumbeats pounding. Our bodies speak to each other. The rhythm of our cataclysm, the sweet thud and smack. We are a first edition. You ignited every part of me, gave me the sweetest fire. Don't stop yet. Please, got me on hands and knees at the altar of what pleases you and me and you and me and you until we are sated and drunk, spent fuel rod to be dunked to cool off. Hold me, please. I need to rest in your embrace. Hold me now, and I will sleep as you keep me safe. Te amo, mi amor, siempre.
Yo, everybody, unmute yourselves and give all the love you got for Whisper Poet.
I'll send you my direct deposit information for child support. You're gonna owe me child support. That's what's gonna happen. That who uses catacomb
Whisper poet.
in an erotic poem? Who uses
Yeah.
catacomb in an
Right,
erotic
in
poem?
an erotic
Incredible.
catacombs in an erotic book. Fucking it. Yo, make sure y'all check out the show that Catalyst and Whisper Poet host, The Heart of the Artist. There's a lot of powerful female poets that are in this room right now who have done interviews. YouTube.com/at the Heart of the Artist 143. I'll put the link in the chat. Yeah, it's just an amazing show. Thank you so much for blessing us with those new pieces. And like CP said, you use catacombs and I love them. Oh, so much. One more time for Whisper Poet,
Thank you
everybody.
guys so much. And I do just want to tell you about Sunday morning is my new show, Rise and Rhyme. It is an open mic, but it's also a reset
Yes.
to get ready for the week. Just very chill, making lemonade out of lemons for
I
challenge.
highly recommend that too. You made my Sunday so much better for that, and I had to do like some things and like that
This
without
past
your
Sunday, you
show, I
missed it
wouldn't have
because the
been
group
able.
tarot pull, and we
Yeah.
all got it. The card was all just fantastic for everybody. So
Oh,
anyway,
that's cool.
really great stuff. So come. 9 a.m. Eastern.
Mm, definitely. All right. So, coming up next, we got Sophia Falco. I believe your new book's about to drop again, or did it drop yet? The new one? I forget. I have short-term memory loss.
I don't see Falco.
Oh, somebody. I ran out back to have a puff of a cigarette, and I heard someone trying to get back in the room, and it might be them. Can one of y'all co-host check for me real quick?
Yeah, I don't see her, bro.
All right. We'll go on to the next person on the list. Let me run back inside and see what we got. Oh, we got some Kanto and Zach in the waiting room. An Uncultured Asian just showed up. Okay. I don't know who showed up first. Some Kanto or Zach. I'll go alphabetically. So I'm a slacker like that. So coming up next would be Miss Diane Murray Ward. So yeah, Miss Diane, if you could unmute yourself and bless us with some words, we would greatly appreciate it.
Rockstar.
Hello, everyone. It's good to see you, to be here with you. I'm going to, I put in the chat, please remember Miss Conde. She is a poet that recently died here in New York City. She was a wonderful, wonderful writer. And if you're not familiar with her works, please look her up. She wrote in French. Her husband translated her work from French to English. She was a professor here at Columbia University in New York. So if you get an opportunity to familiarize yourself with her work, she has wonderful works. I thought you might be interested in knowing of. We read not just poets, but we read all kinds of writers, and I think it adds to our experience and our knowledge base. I'm going to read one piece, my work. I just completed attendance at the annual United Nations Conference workshop review. We have a forum every year, an annual forum for women on the status of women worldwide. And unfortunately, with all that is happening in the world today, I don't think this piece I'm going to read to you will ever grow old. It's called Womb Worth. One word, Womb Worth. How many new soldiers can you provide for men? We don't discriminate too much. Send us your sons and daughters. We don't discriminate too much. Soldier up, soldier down. We don't mind your periodic menses too much anymore. An ability to fight and take direction, silent sighing, whimpering from all the genders. Don't care too much anymore. How many new soldiers can you provide for men? Most with wombs would rather bargain, perhaps. Don't assume, for that would be a mistake. Womb holders can be just as treacherous. Ego vampires sucking their juices from wherever they can. So just remember, and let's get to the point. How many new soldiers can you provide for men? Almost sounds like a choice, right? Tired of what seems like busy work, new patterns of put off and wait for some more crafts, listening through their faulty ear, postponing unnatural deaths. You accelerate to help, and all the cookie cutters' wombs can hold just as long as you can birth soldiers provided for men. While you are commerced for your labor rarely tallied, you have no time to dally. You soldier up, soldier down. Fields, canneries, sweatshops, granaries, seashores, every nook and cranny for food sustenance, and the wheel of homespun, nameless in labors of both types. Basketed, awaiting your loin dropped, expected to full suckle on your exhausted frame, new soldiers for men. Apparently, some men were not crystallized first in wombs, but raised, forfeiting other opportunities to rise in equality. Apparently, politics frame some mothers' hips. Determining what's best for her nation's future is the additional labor role, placing both she and her babies at risk. Poking in any fertile field, men don't discriminate which soldiers they need. Muted by the blast, their wives and daughters safely set aside, teaching them to raise only those bred to order and profit somehow in all the ways war benefits are designed. Blast and rebuild, wound and become a hospital guild. War has benefits, mortar, plaster, backroom cast, heat-seeking drones drop food, medicines, and possibly blaster ceiling caps. The personhood with those who provide the blood and guts of the marginalized, only good enough to strut flags and leave their teeth returned if lucky, less a spleen, bury their bones in lands where men of war serve. Almost terribly sorry for your loss, but you're still young, bearable, and have ample, nice, full beauty spots. So tell me, how many new soldiers can you provide for men? Gather data, quantify, keep you busy, commute, commune, and smile. Can I sit at the big table yet, please? Stilettos, falsettos, comfortable pumps have no place at the damning deal. We can entertain calmly and compromise at the sanity, not vanity table. Work and scan the globe, have you enhance your segregated, tilted, labeled and staffed roles, and carry on, fearlessly charting the woes of women. Womb holders labor pains otherwise forgotten and build and concretize what men of war all too well already know, who still believe a pat on the head is sufficient setback for our political power accountability and enforcement needs roles. Since we're talking, while you're here, how many soldiers can you provide for the war needs? So noted. DMW. Thank you.
Everybody, do me a favor. Unmute yourself and get all the love you have for Miss Diane Murray Ward. You know, it's
So
beautiful.
fucking
Diane,
incredibly good,
it's been
Diane.
a
Oh
while
my
since I
God.
heard you speak. That was
Yeah,
beautiful.
just
That was
beautiful.
wonderful. All right.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Powerful.
Thank you.
That was powerful.
So amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Um, Coming up next, we got none other than Messiah Payne. Messiah Payne, if you could unmute yourself and bless us with some word, brother, I would greatly appreciate it.
How you doing? So I'll be doing 2 poems tonight. The first is called Archetypal Song, Lady of the Sea. Like the wind in the reeds of Egyptian paradise, the song of Edenic ultimates cascades from the unknown. I know this song, an intemperate melody stressing the monosyllabic I, bellowing from fate that is woman at the opposite end of my conscious psyche, my mortal conception's conquest. She appears in guises distinctly fragrant, scouring my refuges where infirmity stages my past. She glides analogously through the eyes of every woman I've ever loved, actresses struggling to invoke the words of life on the same stage, and a pitiless ovation for myself in minutia. As I leave my exile behind, she seduces from within her ocean, singing a song of transparency, of completion. To know her grimly, without expectation or blindness, to follow her domain is to approach the enchantment that has exalted my life between sorrow and ecstasy. She is the archetypal sea, the boundless cause, sequence, and the finality of myself. I found that no woman can host this image to its utmost standard. The sea is within. Her smile, a gift of depths unseen, is dancing inner sensibility, And so to remain wedded to half of myself, alone with no interference, is to stand disquietly at the sea's threshold, preparing to enter, where she awaits and the song is met at its source. Like a universe that decays, swallowed by the primordial sea and thus completed, so too will I enter her ocean to be subsumed as a part, dissolved and become full, whole. My cycle, my life set in ultimate disclosure, a diaphanous and transparent end, a beginning, inhaling to exhale eternally, reconciling peace with songs of the archetype lying within. That was the first poem. Um, this second one and final one is called Silence. I surrender. Reflections, savory profundity, softly embraces silhouettes of explications devious crawl, backwards and forwards. I think of time lost, artifacts dressed in apocryphal solitude, for my silence is not what it may appear to be. In silence lies myself brimming with unacknowledged riches, standing over bottomless, perilous oceans, a bridge to true being. Myself is the mystery between the ground of being and the transcendent, a primordial entry into dying. For my true self says that the ground of being is death's threshold, an infinity where soul is a euphemism for unevolved and primitive. In my silence, in my solitude, I launch into this death and become a dream in a jovial god's sleep, whose rest is pain's twilight. And as he awakes, when my mind approaches experience's solution, reality, cursory doom, life shedding its mysteries to my soul's ancient eye, I become not dream, but for the first time, as all souls that are dreams burst into exultant reverie, fully created, irretrievably alive. Thank you.
Yo, thank you. Everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for Messiah Pain.
That's
Woo!
amazing, Messiah. Wonderful.
Yeah, Messiah, you're
Always,
amazing.
man. Your
Thank you.
depth,
Wow.
Yeah,
your
man, that's a
depth is
meditation.
just
It's like meditating listening
Yeah,
to you read. It's
seriously.
beautiful.
that primordial seed line was just ooh. It
I
was
heard
too
Messiah. I
try
heard
to be.
Messiah sleeps in a dictionary and like wake up like in the thesaurus. That's what I heard about Messiah. I don't know if it's true or not. Maybe he can confirm it, but that's what I heard.
Yo, Cass said something to him like off the cheek. They were talking about something, and Messiah says, "Hey," she goes, "Yeah, well, when you're eternal, like, line, rhyme schemes and stuff like that don't matter. You're just eternal, right? Like, it holds true through every bit of this time space continuum we're stuck in here. And yeah, man, you got some real shit, bro. We love you, man. Definitely, man. Much
Supreme
appreciated.
God greetings to everyone.
Hey, what's up, Hip Hop Street Light? Welcome to Open
That was some
Mind.
gas. It was on another level for me, but like I appreciate. I'm a connoisseur of different energies and whatnot. That was some high frequency shit there.
Oh, then
Mic
you gonna
check.
love what we got going on here at Open Minds, brother. Like we got a whole plethora of beautiful energies and mind states and
Well,
cultures
how
and
long do
different
y'all be
styles.
on?
Well, so on the Friday night shows is Open Minds, Open Mic. We do the feature, we do the round one continued, and then we stop recording because usually around then it's like 3 hours. We don't want too long of a video. But then we go round two, whoever's left in the room. And then after round two ends, we go into after hours and it's open room. So basically it goes to last poet standing. So the show doesn't end until the last person's like, all right, I'm tired, peace. Like, so yeah, we don't end on Friday nights. It just keeps going until we all out of poetry. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, it's gonna be an interesting night. I'm a self-created grandmaster of hip hop, and hey, man, we gonna have a good time.
Oh,
But I'm here for my sister, the feature. So I
yeah.
know I'm here for support her, so I'm here for the ride. Mike check.
Bet. All right, which speaking of which, our feature is coming up soon, but we have two more wonderful poets before that. We've got my spiritual brother, guidance, just a shining light to us all in the poetry community. He is the carrier of lanterns, lantern carrier. If you could unmute yourself and bless us with some word, brother, I would greatly appreciate it. Oh, do we lose Lantern? No, it says he's here. Lantern. I think he may be having some technical difficulties. We'll pause and meditate on that shit the Messiah said for a moment, while we wait on Lantern. And if not, we'll just go ahead and we'll put him on a tentative list, and we'll hopefully come back to him when he's ready. Lantern, you still with us, brother? All right. Well, we got to keep the show going because we got so many people here tonight. A huge show out for Uncultured Asian. Thank you, Amy, for bringing all these beautiful new faces and voices to the space. We appreciate you. I'm so excited to hear your feature set, but we got two more poets ahead of you. So we're gonna be coming up to actually our next feature, Principe Guity Jr. Next week, next Friday, it's open mic strictly, and then on the 26th, I believe it is, right? Yep. Yeah, April 26th, we got Principe Guity Jr. doing a whole feature set. So yeah, Principe, if you could bless us with some word, brother, I greatly appreciate it.
This one is called Into My Bloodstream. The feel of flames engulf my body in a ball of inferno. It can't be tamed. My mind won't let me give a response. In fact, I prefer this over anything else. The flames enter into my bloodstream. Now my soul is not hurried. My soul is one buried. It's on fire now, alive as if I received positive alive as if I received positive reinforcement, growing stronger each and every day. Each second, the passion is now imprinted into my singing soul. I will die and die in flames. That's the first poem. I came to the world as an entity, but will leave in ashes. On the earth, I grew from silent places. I grew from silent spaces and went into the pages of history books. My childhood was spent alone. Now I'm grown. I have a loud tone, no bone to pick. Time, go tick tock, every endless second. I'm going to be remembered for my gut punching words, touching herd of people. Could I see through the human condition? Paul, thank.
Yo, everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for the next feature coming up, April 26th,
Yeah.
Principe
Oh yeah.
Guity
Can't wait for your
So
Jr.
feature,
excited.
Much
brother.
love,
Yeah.
peace.
So excited.
Very
Much
excited.
love. Much love, always.
Excuse me, where he go?
Hello?
Young man. Hello?
Yes?
Hey, bro. I walk in truth and righteousness. I'm an elder. I come in love. Okay? Constructive feedback. You the future. Okay? So I need you to get your phone closer for your performance. And I need you to read your piece at least 5 times before you perform it for the audience. whatever pieces to yourself. Get familiar with your pieces when you're reading. It's a more fluid flow. And then you want everybody to hear you. You were just a little back, farther away from your phone. I come in love, my brother. It just, I'm, you know, and it just, my
Wise
spirit just, you
words.
know,
Yeah, we
got to
all
give
want
you
to
a
hear
little
you loud
water.
and clear. Yeah, yeah. Just move a little closer to the mic so we can hear them words better,
Peace
man.
and blessings,
Good luck,
supreme
sir.
light. I am hip hop. There it is.
Yeah. Hey, we need to holler hip hop, yo, because that's what I got into poetry for, because I want to do hip hop. I just didn't have the beats and stuff at the time, right? So, yeah, thank you so much for them words of wisdom for Prince P there. Um, we got our feature coming up on deck. But coming up next, we've got the co-host of Monday Night here, the Chaos Magic Show. Him and my wife Catalyst do amazing things on Monday nights. So if y'all don't know about it, y'all need to know about it. Get on with it. It's good. We all bring an original piece in the cover. It's not, the strict code, but like it's pretty cool because you get twice the poetry. So Magus, if you could unmute yourself and bless us with some words, my brother, I would greatly appreciate it.
I would be happy to. Thomas, Catalyst, beloved poets, greetings. I'm so happy to be here tonight. Yes, I do host Chaos Magic Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I encourage you all to come, bring your magic, bring a cover, bring an original, bring two originals if you want. It's not required. The love is the law, love under will. But we have a great time on Monday nights, and I hope that you can make it. I have one piece for you tonight. I'm very excited. I premiered it last night at New Yo. It was for the theme Timeline of Sound, which captured my imagination and made me produce what I think is some of my best work in a while. This is called My Timeline of Sound. The first record I remember playing was the Beatles' Strawberry Fields Forever on a 45. The sound made me come alive. But I was so young, I drew on the record with a fucking crayon and cried when it wouldn't play. I regret that to this day. Beatles, Stones, The Kinks, The Doors, Jethro Tull, and Pink Floyd. These were the bands the budding Magus deployed. Till I moved to Paris in 77 with punk rock in the air. I discovered David Bowie, so challenging and debonair. Roxy Music, Brian Eno did it all with flair. The 77 British punk explosion made me stop and stare. Next came Sex Pistols, Buzzcocks, The Stranglers, and The Clash. Bands so young, visceral, and brash. Susie and the Banshees, Devo, and X-Ray Specs made my musical muscles flex, reinvented what sound can do, and changed me fundamentally. It's true. I came back to the US to a USA unprepared to deal with a drugged out little freak, all long haired and crazy, craving new sounds that punk and new wave would bring. Talking Heads, Ramones, The Cramps, Echo and the Bunnymen, so many songs to learn and sing. Kraftwerk, Ultravox, orchestral maneuvers in the dark. The synthesizer made its mark on the sound of music and on me. So many songs that would set me free. Joy Division, Love Will Tear Us Apart, spoke straight to my heart. New Order would follow Ian's death to give New Wave another breath. At the same time, hip hop was birthing. A whole new sound was unearthing. Tom Tom Club, Wordy Rapping Hood, Beastie Boys, Grandmaster Flash, and Curtis Blow, scratching new sounds to learn and know. Run DMC did a mashup of rap and rock with Walk This Way that blew my mind, I must say. Hardcore punk in the USA also drew my attention. Minor Threat, Black Flag, Bad Religion, Beefeater, Dead Kennedys, far too many to ever mention. All the bands that warped my mind and blew me away. Although I am not so hardcore as I once was, I still love these bands today. College alternative radio introduced me to beloved bands like Robin Hitchcock and the Egyptians, REM, Camper Van Beethoven, Pixies, Cocteau Twins, and Butthole Surfers. No joke. I loved all those bands with some cannabis smoke. Sounds from all over the world would redefine the art. Transglobal Underground, Loop Guru, and Jaw Wobble's Invaders of the Heart, with Sinead O'Connor's ethereal voice. I had to listen. I had no choice. As time went on, I discovered goth and industrial music expression, sounds that helped me deal with depression. Strange Boutique, Sisters of Mercy, Ministry, Skinny Puppy, and Meat Beat Manifesto. And just like that, presto, another genre to love. Music is surely sent from above. Today I listen to all this and more. Who knows what the future has in store? I no longer draw on records with a crayon. Every band I discover is a new dawn that keeps my childlike wonder vital. I hope you enjoyed my timeline of sound recital. Thank you. Love you all.
Yo, thank you. Everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for the Magus, Gustav Sallas.
Thank you
So
so
well
much
done.
Yes.
Well
for
done.
sharing it with me. And I'll look through those bands and musicians, the ones that I don't know. So I appreciate you sharing that with me today.
That was part of the hope, is that people would get interested in some of the bands and check them out.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'll do that. Thanks.
That was amazing because, like, while you were saying all the names, I was just like, oh, he better say Grandmaster Flash. And as soon as I thought it, you said it, I was just like, yeah.
On point with it. On point with it. Thank you so much, Gustav. Um, and thank you so much, Uncultured Asian Amy Booker, for showing up. I'm gonna give y'all a little intro here to tonight's feature. This is the reason why we're all here. We got a big room, 27 people in here, all for you to hear. I want to hear this set. Like I've been so hyped since the Heart of the Artist episode. Like I wanna hear this set. So I'm gonna get down to it. Um. Uncultured Asian is a spoken word poet based out of the DMV. She is the owner and operator of Uncultured Asian Poetry LLC. You can catch her performing at Rap is Poetry Open Mic at Galactic Panther. She also hosts open mics on Instagram with The Poets Playground, Galaxy of Poets, and Others People's Poetry. OPP. Make sure you check her out on the Heart of the Artist. That's how I found out about this wonderful woman. I'm posting a link now. Y'all gotta watch that after the show because you're gonna want more after the feature. You're gonna want to pick her brain. Like make sure y'all watch it. It was such a dope interview. Um, yo, she's undoubtedly my unconfirmed energy sister from another mystical realm. Give it up for Uncultured Asian.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I appreciate y'all. All right, get it. This how this works. I just do some poetry, right?
Hey, you got as much time on the mic as you feel you need to get your message across. Tonight is about you. It's your night. We're all here to listen, so you just spit it until you can't spit it no more.
Oh, we gonna be here for a minute then.
All right, sounds good to me. Like I said, it's open room after the show, like we do this all night.
Okay. All right, I want to introduce myself for those of you that do not know who I am. I'm going to explain to you why I call myself the Uncultured Asian. See, uncultured goes deeper than what you may hear. To be uncultured does not mean I'm not cultured. Simply put, at birth, I was robbed of my identity, robbed at the chance to know my roots that may have branched out to bigger gardens and pastures that may have enriched my spirits. See, I was robbed. I was forced into a culture that didn't look like me, that didn't breathe like me, that didn't move like me. That wasn't me. See, I was robbed. I became this being always searching and searching for something, not knowing what existed, searching and searching, not knowing what I was going to find. What the hell was I looking for? Whatever it was, it definitely wasn't around me. I couldn't touch it. I couldn't see it. I couldn't hear it. I couldn't smell it. But let me tell you, I could feel it. I knew deep down inside of me, there was something that moved me, soothed me, comforted me when I needed comforting, healed me when I needed healing, loved me when I needed loving, guided me when I needed guiding, motivated me when I needed motivating. But see, I was still robbed. See, I wasn't white enough to be Caucasian, wasn't Asian enough to be Chinese. I wasn't Native enough to be indigenous. I was just left to being me, alone, the only one of my race, but surrounded by those culturally insiders I didn't belong. And even though these cultures ran through my veins, it wasn't me. We're not the same. But I finally found what I was searching for. It took me 30 years to realize in my search, I found me. I adapted who I was. I culturalized myself. I took myself out the very idea of being molded to fit into anyone's version of culturalism. I became uncultured in my own rights. I allowed myself the freedom to culturalize myself based off my own values, morals, and beliefs. I became the uncultured Asian.
What?
That's
Oh,
why.
yeah. Fantastic.
Allow me to introduce myself. Like,
That was a
get it.
super dope introduction there.
I appreciate that. All right, y'all put in the comments all the things that y'all wanted to be when y'all was like 5. Let me know. Then I'll share with you all the things that I wanted to be when I was 5. You wanted to be me, CP? You didn't even know me back then. A pilot, fly high in the sky. Just wanted to be a hero. I bet you like a lot of people would say you are though. Okay. See, I was told I could be anything I wanted to be, just as long as I put my mind to it, just as long as I work hard for it. Ain't it funny how, as a child, we place ourselves in undetermined realms, not yet discovering how much our dreams will have us overwhelmed? Gotta work hard for it. But what did that mean for a 5-year-old? When the idea of what to be was through side B of the remote control. Everything I wanted to be wasn't even around me. It was all mapped out through pixels of my grandmother's TV. Told me I was going to live on Sesame Street. Bert and Ernie was going to be my best friends. I was going to collect bottle caps and rubber duckies and live next door to a blue monster who only terrorized cookies. But see, my Sesame Street was gentrified. And anything I wanted to be was unidentified. I never did meet Bert, nor did I ever meet an Ernie. My bottle caps came from my liquor bottles. And if I did, my bottle caps came from liquor bottles, and if I collected them, it was only to drown my own sorrows. Rubber duckies and cookies came disguised as poisons and toxins just to get me through tomorrow. You know, I used to want to be a Power Ranger. Because when they sensed danger, they all came together, fighting for what they knew was right, killing villains, keeping everyone safe. I wanted all of their might. I even wanted to be one of those kids from off of Barney and Friends. Because even though they only got together to play pretend, they didn't ridicule each other or belittle their indifferences. They didn't portray fictitious images just to fit in. They wasn't bullied or scared to go to school. They made it seem like kindness and compassion is kind of cool. But see, my Barney didn't appear with arts and crafts, I spread happiness and laughs. My Barney appeared strapped and armed with shotguns to kill, holding children against their will, taking lives that's never even started without a reason to why they had to be parted. Then I had to be this doctor. Because see, I needed to cure my 11-year-old cousin from cancer. It didn't make any sense of all this evil in the world. The one that had to perish was that little girl. And the trauma I carried with me made me see that I couldn't be a doctor. Because I couldn't even heal myself. And with the cards that I was dealt, I couldn't understand. Of all that I've been through, I never even held a winning hand. Then I wanted to be this lawyer. Because see, I was surrounded by way too many that needed defending. Misdemeanors turned into felonies, heinous penalties due to them not practicing equality. So the remedy is to charge first-time offenders as if they were contenders of a murder charge. But I still had to diverge in the idea to converge in practice and law. Because I couldn't even stand up for myself. Hell, I couldn't even speak up for myself because I kept all of my words to myself. Then I grew up. And I went through enough to know that they was right all along. I could, in fact, be anything I wanted to be. Back then, I couldn't fathom to see that I built more strength and might than a Power Ranger ever could. And I could have been that doctor because I did heal myself like they knew I would. And I could have even been a lawyer because I eventually learned how to stand up for myself. And although I never made it to Sesame Streets, I grew up from the rock bottom and I still rose from concrete. Uncultured.
Hey.
What? Yo.
Thank you.
That was powerful. That was powerful. I love that idea of his asking us what we wanted to be when we were 5. You know, that was such a very nice segue into your poem. That was
Right.
yeah.
Like, tell me what you wanted to be, and then I'm gonna tell you what I wanted to be. That was beautiful. That's art, right?
Right.
Yeah, for
And,
sure.
Poetry in motion.
Of
and the
course.
most interesting fact of it was just like a lot of the things that we wanted to be when we was 5, we never was, right? And it's always something like, you know, I can almost guarantee you never knew a pilot or you never knew a hero, right? We always want to be the things that's not around us, which is crazy, right?
Feel like we gotta fill that void, right? Like, never had a hero, never had a pilot. I'm like, I wanna be that, so I could be that.
I'm still obsessed with planes, though. I can be like, oh, that's the Q400. That's the.
All right, so I have a lot of time I go perform live. I always they always ask me, where can they hear my poetry from? So I started putting everything on Spotify. And what's interesting to me is the poems that individuals request from me are only the poems that I perform a lot in person, right? So it was amazing to see the poems I never really performed in person were the ones that they actually wanted to hear on it, right? So I want to share with you guys the poem that gets mostly played on there. Like to date, this poem has got played like 400 and something times after being on there for like a month. So it's called How the World Rebirthed Me.
Nice title.
Thank you.
Oh shit, I was on mute. Oh, my bad.
Hey, but real nice title.
Yeah, How the World Rebirthed Me. For the majority, the world took me on journeys that I never asked to be a part of. I never received invitations, yet alone had to RSVP into any of their situations. It dragged me to parties and sometimes forced a +1 disguised as a friend, but you're an enemy. The world gave me trauma that I couldn't even identify. I was walking on its plateaus with a pair of glass eyes, and my glass kept a kaleidoscope of a murky London fog. So I couldn't clearly see their true colors. Hell, I couldn't see my true colors. My veins were filled with anger. My pupils lined with danger, my blood elevating to a deadly standard, my bones converted over to burning steel, my mind lost the ability to feel. The world was against me. And if I wasn't already in it, I would think it left me, and the world got tired of me blaming it on my mishaps and misfortunes, tired of my distortions, of my messed up values and morals, tired of me accusing it every time I had to collect my losses. Every time I made bad decisions and the wrong choices, it knew I had to change the way I thought. So it had to teach me a lesson because I needed to be taught. And when I thought I was bigger than it, it snatched me up by my ponytail and submerged me in the deepest depths of its veil, drowning every blame, everything that I allowed my brain to claim. The world just wanted me to change my ways. It wanted me to be more positive, walk with the prerogative to bask in all my inner promises. Because I needed to understand that the world belonged to me too, regardless of what I had to experience to get me through. Because just because my upbringing wasn't attractive on paper did not mean I needed to be in favor of the same life they told me to trace on paper. World just wanted me to be a better player. When I emerged out of its depths, I came out with an entire new complex. I was fertilized with kindness and compassion. My mindset sustained more substance than I could ever imagine. I was now able to nourish and replenish my being and accelerate and transfer all that I breathed in. The world was just preparing me for teaching. A future ancestor was all it's been seeking. Uncultured.
Y'all love how you ended with your uncultured. Oh, that fire left sinking and just like that's who I am. That was beautiful.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so that's the poem that for some reason that one's been played. It might be the title, right? All right, so the last poet that was on before me, he spoke about Grandmaster Flash. And like anyone that knows me, I have like this profound love for Grandmaster Flash. Like if it wasn't for him, hip hop wouldn't be what it has been, decade after decade after decade, from him just experimenting on these vinyl records, right? Like who thinks of any artist to try to find a creative way how to make a device to work. So it was crazy. So I'll share with you guys, I got a book coming out called Broken Glass Everywhere. And at first I wasn't going to name it that. At first I was going to name it the first 40 years of an uncultured Asian. But then I wrote this poem called Broken Glass Everywhere. It has nothing to do with Grandmaster Flash, by the way. So don't be looking for it. I was brought into this world fearless, depending how you look at it, careless. I was breached. And I will always give respect to my mama. See, we don't always see eye to eye, but there were certain things she always preached. Since at birth, I came out feet first. She always said I did everything shit-ass backwards. And as I look at my chapters, I realize all of these fractures would cause all of my broken glass to shatter. And all this broken glass everywhere actually didn't matter. My mother can never recall my first word, but it's not that absurd because let her tell it, I always talked. She also doesn't remember my first step. She claims I never crawled, I just walked. But what she does remember was every story my scars and stitches told. Out of all her children, I was the one who always fell, but you could never catch me in a fold. The first time anyone pushed me, I was 2. And I don't remember it, but I know what she tells me was true because across my forehead lives a old broken piece of me, a scar still visibly seen. Even when I'm checkmating my vanity, so it makes sense why now I'm not easily pushed. And then it's this scar on my foot. See, when I was little, I lived outside. And not at playgrounds, because we didn't always have access to swings and slides, but those games that didn't cost our parents a penny. Hide and seek, freeze tag, Simon Says. The games we played was endless but plenty. And I did it all while barefoot until I stepped on this fishing hook. I learned the importance of shoes, to protect my souls, to stand 2 feet down on business, because that's what God gave us. And if you look close enough at the corner of my right eye, you would notice another broken piece that's been modified. I've always had a vague imagination. I don't know if I was tapping into my future creative, or I was just in my Gemini formation, but my bad times meant I was captain on the biggest voyage. One day, that ceramic soap dish caused the most damage. My pretend waves went splashing, and my head went crashing into my imagination, into the reality that I was only in a sea of my own blood. And I can only imagine how my mother felt. How my mother's cards of her firstborn was dealt, that her daughter seemed to be surrounded by broken glass everywhere. But I hope she knows now that today, none of this put me in despair. It only wounded me to prepare me for all the future scars that life planned on presenting me, and all of this broken glass may be stained and in some places tainted. But as I aged, the strength I've built never faded. And it's the scars that remind me I am still fearless. Regardless if others see me as careless, my wounds are the reason I live in perseverance. They are the reason why I'm still here. And I like to think I made it. Because damn, I really did make it. Uncultured.
Yo, everybody, y'all just need to unmute yourselves real quick and give so much love
Yeah,
for this feature. Like, I know we like
yeah,
halfway through it. You got so
fantastic
much,
Yeah,
feature
but
so
like,
far.
it's like
Great job.
yo, that
such
last piece.
Yeah.
such powerful,
Woo!
authentic personal
Yay.
stories, and the storytelling and delivery is just like they complement each other in ways that are so, that are so
And I could hear
soothing to
that hip
hear.
hop inspiration too in your flow and like cadence and just visit like, oh, your rhyme schemes are dope. I love it, loving it.
I know most
Thank
people, when they think of griots, they think of only dudes. I don't know if there's a feminine version of the word griot, but you're like a hell of a storyteller. Like,
Oh, thank
yeah,
you.
you're a hell of a storyteller.
I appreciate that. Okay. Is Black Noise still in here? Yeah, Black Noise still in here. Like, shout out for Black Noise. We did like a collaboration where with our collaboration, he wrote his part and I wrote my parts, and we still haven't came together to merge our pieces together. So I want to give y'all my part onto it. The title of this is called This Land Was Not Made for Us. Ahoy, mateys, says I, confiscator of strengths, garland mistletoe thieving over the feast of all your valuable things. Beyond the gates live poverty, live the village of descendants whom fought for equality. Freedom rung, but the monarchy cost too many necks to be hung, and even when the cries echoed through harmonies of what they sung, songs like, this land was This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. This land was not made for you and me, placing us to reside on top of rotten soil, stripping away food supply, leaving us to boil, monopolizing over every income until we're victims of a system that's only designed to turn us buccaneers, dishonoring our neighbors. Utilizing crimes as a way to put food on the table, we become raiders. With shiver meets embers. Because the same ones that put them on the ship was the same ones that emptied the clip, treating them pirate because that's what they meant. Dragged into circumstances, dancing the hempen jig, stretching the anchor's rope until we are hanging on its last thread. And all we wanted was to eat. From a table of full bellies, instead we're scraping crumbs, devouring almost expired leftovers, praying to God that it's enough, but it never is. Starving, salivating over dreams of courses of the next full meal, leaving our plates filled with terrors of hell, not knowing where the next dollar fell. Placing their hands in between drugs and guns, feeding their own village with toxins of blimmies that only kill us. I guess that's how a modern day piracy appropriates a genocide. Now new generations idolize over this new age homicide. But who is watching our sons and daughters walking planks, drowning in corruption of bloody waters? Dead men tell no tales, but we succumb ourselves to the loyalty of the hands that feed us. We're still not full. We still crumb ourselves into buffets of hidden treasure. Did you know X marks the spot just so we could enter into territories of scarce lands that wasn't even made for us? Culture.
Man. Yo, I'm excited to hear the rest of that collab. Black Noise is doing it with you? Yo, Black Noise is dope too. Like, Black Noise, wait, have you heard that part before? Are you ready for your path? What's up?
I definitely heard that before, and I couldn't wait for y'all to hear it. That girl is fucking fire.
Right?
That's what I need. That's why I can't wait till we get the chance to really sit down with our busy schedules and put these pieces together, because
I ask y'all one favor. When
it's
you
just an
do,
honor.
it doesn't have to be the first place, but when you do get that collab going, can y'all come share it with us here on a Friday night? We would very much appreciate that.
Most
We gonna
definitely.
share it as
It'll be
many
before
places as
August,
possible.
right, Noise?
Huh?
Yeah.
I said it has to be before August, right?
Absolutely. It
Yeah,
definitely does. It definitely does. For sure. So we can have it down packed. But man, it's just an honor to have a writer like her, you know what I mean, who wants to write with me. So, you know,
Right.
I
it's
appreciate
dope.
that.
But you know, I'm done talking so we can hear some more of that.
Yeah, we want to hear more. Let's keep it
Flame.
going. Let's get that fight.
Okay. So I was mad one night, right? So I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I get mad at things that I hear about, I learn about, and then after I learn about it, then I got to write a poem about it. So I was trying to figure out around St. Patrick's Day why we even celebrate it, because I was just like, it's crazy. Everyone I know that celebrates St. Patrick's Day, they go out and they drink, they get like really drunk out there. And I'm trying to figure out like, what is the significance of drinking on this day? Then I found out, y'all, St. Patrick's Day is actually a religious holiday. So a little history for y'all, right? If y'all didn't know. The person we know, known as St. Patrick, was actually from Britain, who was enslaved by Irish pirates. He escaped. He went back to he escapes. He went back to Britain, and then he found Christianity. Then I don't know why, but he decides to go back to Ireland so he could go spread the word. And on March the 17th, they actually like shut down the whole town. There was no bars, no pubs. It wasn't until later that he passed away that they changed the color on him, and they started opening up all the pubs because it was more commercialized now that tourists was coming, and they opened up all the bars and the pubs, and everyone started drinking. And here we are now, celebrating March 17th as, you know, go and drink your green beer. But I wrote this poem called 4 Leaves. I used to sit for hours in patches of shamrocks, sifting through its emerald leaves to find a 4-leaf clover. See, I just needed good luck exposure. Things I prayed on, weighed on. This 4-leaf was going to bring my father home, or at least call me on the phone. It may have meant my clothes were not handed down. Vacations didn't mean attending funerals out of town. Drive-bys and gangbangs weren't a casualty. A mother having to sell her only valuable for my formula wouldn't be reality. Needless to say, I never did stumble on 4 leaves. My family grew crops, but they was never handed magical beans. This world I entered was so obscene. I wished on genies and even a leprechaun to help achieve my dreams. But genies were folklore. And the word leprechaun itself was bizarre because in Latin roots, it just means a short fellow. But I did get the memo that I wasn't blessed with the luck of the Irish, and maybe that's because their blood didn't run through any of this, but neither did St. Patrick. He was British, once slaved, then slayed, robbed of his color, forcing green, and now he celebrates his day with parades, tapered green memorabilia, dyed hops, incorporating drunken Scots, river dancing and bagpiping along commercialized religious holidays like Christmas was to be sacred. It's a mockery, if you ask me. I guess that's why we all get chocolate bunnies in April, to make us forget to be grateful, faithful, making us broken and unstable, out here having us looking for luck that doesn't even exist. Like my grandmother, who always insists on playing her numbers because one day she was going to hit. She died, and her luck never got her rich. But I do admit, I sometimes still sit in patches of shamrocks, sifting through its emerald leaves, hopes that a 4-leaf clover just give my good luck some exposure. Uncultured.
Yo, I want another one. Keep that left, right, just like, yo.
Okay. So I found out that one of my kidneys were failing, and it put me into a dark place, right? So I found out like on a Monday when it was told. On Wednesday, I was discharged from the hospital. That Friday, I had a feature to go to. And in my mind, like, I really didn't want to. I wasn't really about it, but, you know, I'm a person that stands on what I say. So this poem takes you through the journey of that Monday to Friday. It's profound how a word can change you. How you hoped your assumed definition wasn't true. That right before you gassed up search engines, slowly clicking your way into an intervention, words get your attention like a traffic. And I first heard trophy, so if you know me, know I really did think I may be housing a gold mine, but nah, I knew better. All these years of walking around stoned without any physical gems underneath my thought surface, tucked deep in my head, live patches of flowers with deteriorating stems. That's a tropic. Defined a decrease in size of an organ or tissue, wasting, it's wasting, I'm wasting, am I wasting my time? Pondering the thought of, if I died today, would I have reached my fullest potential? Am I being essential? Are the words I choose to etch on listening hearts powerful enough to breathe life into just one living corpse? Would my own bloodline remember me as a woman who has touched many souls? Inspired by the same and passed her gifts to her own, would I impact my children just as much as my arts has grown? Or is my impact atrophic too? I wondered, with my eyes bleeding out tears, praying to God that somehow he delivers a cure, and why he opened up so many doors just to lock me inside of a depression tour. Stuck, chained down, shackled by everything that I could be, suffocating, choking on the mental prison I created just for me, can't seem to break free. Movements pace low, zombie form. Hands out, but hearted lukewarm in the midst of the coldest depressed storm. I'm overheating, boiling over in freezing degrees while I let this victory reign over my disease. It can't win. Maybe one day, but not on this Friday. Because if I was to be remembered in any facet, they will at least say I stood on my word before I laid in verbs in someone's casket. So I present my presence in an unfamiliar setting. That was my promise, and I kept it. And though I wanted no more than to lay in my sorrows of how many more times I'll be gifted tomorrows, I entered, recognized by strangers, remembering to smile with my eyes so they don't unpeel my layers. And I'm just present in the flesh. But underneath this atrophic mesh lives someone others cling to. And they don't even know the terrors that I bring myself to. They came to see me, staged in front of unfamiliar faces, wondering if the words I speak of could have any relations. I speak in power. That night, I spoke so every single spirit could see this flower. I touched souls. And most important, I breathe life back into my atrophic bones. Uncultured.
Thank you for the strength it takes to write pain. That situation had to be like really a mind fuck. So yeah, thank you for turning that into something beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, the more I speak it, the more I'm okay with everything.
Right.
Hey, share the pain, man. We'll take a little bit for you so you ain't gotta take it all for yourself, right? We are here.
Yeah, pain is beauty, right? All right, y'all like Aladdin? Y'all like Aladdin?
I used to want to be like him when I was a little kid, but
My son walks by and he's like, I like Aladdin.
Yo, Amy, what we were just born a few days apart, weren't we?
Me and you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
We
June
did the math
15th.
last time. Yeah, I'm June 21st.
Yep, see?
Yo, what? So we like sit there. So you my sister in some crazy ass way.
So a lot of times I like to write about characters, like, especially those characters that we grew up on. And then we like dig into it a little bit deeper as we get older to find like where that story originated from and what it was. And Aladdin was one of those characters, right? So yeah, so another research piece after I read the real story, I came up with Arbitrating Nights. I think Aladdin got into some shit with America, letting Disney feed us on a story filled with a bunch of heirs. For starters, I didn't have to wait for Milan to see someone look like me. Oh, y'all ain't know? Aladdin was really Chinese. See, they painted him out to be a king of thieves, homeless and urchin to the streets. But really, he lived at home with his mother, but they made him out to be a thug, rather. They even ignored the fact that his long-lost uncle was from Africa, because that's where all the magic was kept per capita. And they ain't even tell us the story had a slave trapped in the magic ring that was hidden in the deepest well of the caves. So it's only imperative. If Disney can, I can too change the narrative. What if Aladdin just matched the description of a criminal, and any witnesses or proof became inadmissible, charged and convicted of a crime when it should be acquitted? Just because Aladdin wore the same outfit doesn't mean the crime fit him, but they made him fit it. Confiscated his magic carpet and lamp with 2 wishes still in it. And while Aladdin laid in his cell waiting for Jasmine to visit, they rubbed that lamp until the wish listed, wishing everyone that looked like Aladdin to be moved out their homes, placing them in ghetto slums, calling it project zones. Then when they realized that these same residents started building businesses, they knew they should have acted with more attentiveness. They didn't mean for them to have better credit. They wanted them to be forever indebted, not obtaining college degrees, building wealth, and becoming trustees. They couldn't stand to see them making a profit, so they took all of them on a ride on the magic carpet and used up the last wish to send them to a faraway land so they can take theirs to beautify and expand. Meanwhile, Aladdin was working on an appeal. To get him released from jail, they forgot he still had the magic ring. He was released on an account of an arbitration. Disputing and acquitting all charges, he got out and started marching, surging his torches, coming to save all of his people like he was a Spartan. Him and his magic ring found his people and they became free. And those other people were sent back on the magic carpet, fled the scene. And it's rumored they were all put in what is now a wish list lamp, burnt, smushed with a clamp, and I wonder if they were able to comply in a space where they no longer can gentrify. Uncultured.
Yeah. Dre does that too. Sometimes he'll write letters from certain 90s TV shows and write it to us. So like I love that whole like character introspective on like the shows that we grew up with, the characters we learned to love and know. It's dope, man.
Yeah, it's fun. Like I even like with Mother Goose, like if you guys look at like the origin of these stories and why it was written,
Yo, they're
Disney,
dark. Some of them, like yo.
yeah. So like back in the day before they had this term called authors, right? Individuals still wrote stories, but you can get killed. They would actually lynch you if they found out that you wrote stuff and put it out there for the public. So they wouldn't sign their name on it, but they would still put the publications out and no one knew where they came from. So when you look up the stories, mostly all the stories that Disney has, they find these stories with no author names in them. So now
Yeah, and they're able to
it's free
take.
grabs. They can go ahead and make up what they want, and they have got so rich off of this. So I'll share this one. This is the hardest poem that I ever did write. And the reason why it was so hard was because I wanted to include 50 poets into this poem. This was me like giving everyone their flowers. It has since then grew to more poets, and I have to make some adjustments now because I keep meeting all of y'all dope poets, and I just want to give y'all flowers and put it in here. So, yeah, I had to make some changes to it. But this was so hard because I wanted to use the names in a way where I can also use this poem as a performance piece. I haven't memorized it just yet, but yeah, this is the poem. And I don't think you've heard this. Okay, so let me know how many poets you picked up. Give us our motherfucking flowers. Don't wait until we're gone to start posting your prayers. Condolences to the bullshits. Pay homage now for what our art is. Show appreciation now while we can still smell the I love yous and forget me nots. Yo, hold up. Listen, this isn't an angry ploy from Sincerely Yours. We're not trying to set up and destroy. This is our origin of thoughts, our deep thoughts, putting our work on display, allowing an open book inside our vulnerabilities and hearts, once slithered apart, ripped up our clothing and thrown in the dark in asylums. That's crazy until we become a naked poet, using our words to help everyone but us, ram rock and oceans just to step up to justice, jet lining our words on mine arches, writing in a cloud of haze, still finding ways to sway through the maze of the poet's playground. Some of us young and gifted, some pretty provocative, even cynical, but we've been saved by grace, poetry's grace. But we are still here, even if in black noise, maybe as a reborn soul, we are still whole. So let us collect our flowers. While poetry still waters, give us our fucking flowers while we can still grow as we write, how we see the sea flow as we be on points with our words. Oh my word, it's poetic insanity, how we become poets of the galaxy using our creativity, shooting stars cosmic like in slow motion, stars that form together like traveling poets, clustering together, making Gemini foxes, embracing its luscious beauty, overtop flowered arches, dancing in a wits. Together, we take poetry along and walker towards the ain't right tribe where we surpass pains and cries that creates fires like a pyro where we embrace the love of blood brothers and every Bella with a queen and her name aiming and putting claim because our name is written about like a spoken word scout, or maybe like a nerd, or maybe they just heard we were just poetry scumbag. But one thing we not going to do is ever hold back. We release the liberati and stand strong on the back of a shoe. This is the project phase of what they going to see us pave. And until they hand us our hue of fucking flowers, we're going to pro poets. We're going to pro poet until they meet us at Ghetto Messiahs, preached by an Azar and a rhyme minister from ghetto to glory, rehearsing our story and catch these blessings of a misdemeanor. Have them show up in their Sunday's best, dressed in divine styles, handing each and every one of us a bouquet of some rosy loves, lemonade in our essence, while we can still breathe in their presence. Uncultured.
Yeah. So I heard at least like 25-ish poets that I know, and I know you know a lot more poets than me. So I heard like names that where I'm like, that's probably a poet I don't know because but yo, that shit was incredible. That was amazing. Keep adding to that. What, like, so how many total do you have in it?
Right now I have 67.
60 set. Yeah, see, I only heard like 25, maybe 30 of the. I gotta meet all these people, man. That was amazing. That was beautiful stuff.
It's 67 of them here.
Yeah, that's dope. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Yes, it was a lot. That's the hardest poem that I ever had to write, and it's one of those poems that's like ongoing. I
Well,
don't
because
even
if you
think
think about it, too, you got 67 poet names in there, and that's probably what, like 300 words.
Yeah, and some of them are hard to do to put in. Like those that I do want to put on it, sometimes they just like go by their like regular real name, and
Yeah.
you know,
So
like
how
if
you
their
just
name
like
is Mike,
Johnny Salad? Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Well,
I
not
won't
like
be
how you
able
threw
to
the
put a
blood brother and the two other.
yeah. Like if your name is Johnny, most likely Johnny's not going to be in here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're gonna have to fit in with something. Yeah, that's dope, man. Keep that thing going, yo. Community love for sure. That's dope.
All right, this poem, a lot of people like this poem. I actually, this is part of my in-person set right here. And I'll tell you a story behind it is that I was featuring somewhere, and if you go to these places and it's like an open mic, but it's a bar and they making so much noise and no one's really listened to the poet. So I'm just like, all right, what poem can I say to get everyone's attention? So in order for me to do that, I did this. He called me a bitch today, but not the same bitch he calls me every other day. This time was different. This time I seen the scorn of evil take away his entire innocence. This bitch carried enough hate and envy to start the next world war. A simple, one-syllable word turned this battle into an invasion of an uproar. Bitch. 5 letters, defying the humility of a woman, 4 consonants, surrounded by the vowel I, as in me, as in an individual, and to the left of me stands B, as in betrayal, as in your loyalty, as in your honesty, and to the right of me stands TCH, also known as a tired, childish, heartless you. So maybe this bitch is just too much for you. Maybe this bitch is so assertive that our confidence bleeds so heavy that your jealousy finds it difficult to be supportive. Or maybe this bitch is so strong-minded that it weakens your most inner thoughts and you end up being misguided. Oh, this bitch's independence is so grounded and unsilenced, but you just see me as loudmouth, but you know not the slightest form of my balance. This bitch is competent, knowing how and what I want, staring sharp turns, I'm an optimist. This bitch is vicious, setting goals and achieving dreams, prestigious. This bitch is vicious, but you can't see past your narcissist. Oh, but you categorize us as a female dog. Huh. Well, I call that dogmatic, unchanged, playing by our rules. But when your egotistical manhood feels threatened, we are titled chaotic, dramatic, problematic. And maybe we are, because we call each other a bitch too. Reforming and embracing the word, but now we use it as a term of endearment. Bitch, to reference and encouragement. But we get mad when testosterone labels us as such. Let's start speaking our names and give respect the same. Then maybe the word bitch can get canceled and we can reform to a better change. How about we rehire the word queen? Because she seems to be laid off because I haven't seen her on the scene. I guess she's vacationing somewhere in between cuffing season and a hot girl summer. But we need to bring her back. Full-time, salaried with full benefits, a life insurance policy, and a strong emphasis that we will protect it as the most valuable asset. Our developments, give us stock options as she invests in our margins, and in all 4 seasons, she allows us to blossom to her. Queen, not a bitch, but a queen. That means you. And that's me. So the next time they address us as a bitch, let's remind them the crown still fits. Culture.
Yeah. You got
Okay.
like another 1 or 2 for us here for the feature here.
What's that?
So you got a couple more for the feature here for us?
Sure.
And we'll get on to the list. We got a nice
All right, so I haven't did anything with love, right? All right, so I wrote this piece for my boyfriend, and this is actually his favorite. He ain't into poetry, but this is his favorite poem of mine that he actually does like. I know this man that chases sunsets. He is familiar with pain. He has befriended darkness, so it is now that he appreciates the light. This man carries a profound amount of hope. It's at sunset where he finds it. It's here where hope is reborn. His worries washes away. He allows them to rise to the clouds as the breeze carries them far from his reach. I know this man that chases sunsets. In his world, time moves so fast before his very own eyes. It's at sunset where time stops. The ambiance of the sun's crimson's radiance allows his mind to find clarity. The flaming picturesque that he captures brings him peace and quality. It's at sunset where he feels most aligned with himself. It's at sunset where he discovers his spirituality. He finds himself. I know this man that chases sunsets. It's at sunset where he finds beauty. He walks beside her, directly where the water meets the earth. It's so serene how he is so mesmerized with something so still. Once dawn breaks, it slowly disappears. His beauty appears just for a few moments. He chases it because he identifies the time restraints. Once it's gone, he must now wait 24 hours to see her again. I know this man that chases sunsets. As the glistening silhouette vanished behind the clouds that carried his worries, he is reminded that each sunrise holds more promise, that each sunset holds more peace. And as he watches the sunset watching itself through his lens, I am reminded that I want to be the sunset that he chases. I want to be his light, his hope, his clarity, his peace. I want to be his beauty because I am in love with the man who chases sunsets. Culture.
Yo, you don't fuck me up with that. I was staring at my wife the whole time, like melting. Like, yo, you like I usually don't write love poems, but when you do, you write a masterpiece of a love poem. Like that was insane. Yeah.
Yeah, that's he's a photographer. So
Oh yeah, so you wanted to bring that real visual, because I was saying it's like like you're very visually descriptive of these scenes, and so as a photographer, that I bet he really appreciated that. That's dope.
yeah. Yes, I wanted to capture one of his passions into something that is my passion. So, I'm not really that much into photography, but I'm into his passion for himself, and it's vice versa, So it's beautiful that is the poem that is his favorite of mine, As a matter of fact, it's about him, but all right, I'll close you guys out with this. This is an older poem that I don't do. So it's almost like 2 years old. But when I first started, when I came back into poetry, is one of the pieces that I had put into light. So I just want to share this with you guys. It has a good message too. And it has a lot to do with like my journey as a person. But it's called Happy Without a Purpose. Do you know how everyone tells you like, have a good day on
Freedom
purpose?
doesn't have a purpose. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Happy
So
don't
I was
have a
like,
purpose.
yeah, it's like, and I wanted that to be the title because at that time I wanted to be happy without having a purpose to be happy, just to be happy. Yeah. So this is this. I used to think that I deserved to be treated less than my worth. Maybe it's because my own father denied me to my mother. The countless strangers turned friends into foes, seeing my worth until it didn't benefit them. People would entered as seasons change and reasons reach their ending. Still, I remained the same. And me, I still feel that 5-year-old little girl, unsure how life will unfold, feeling happiness in the cusp of her hand. She finds joy in the most simplest things. The laughter she brings can brighten up anyone's day, being one with nature, soaking up her own sun rays. She felt pure. She felt love. She felt innocent. She was happy without a purpose. She thrived around those in her presence. She, unaware of the emotions that will sit free from her happy. She was child. Then she grew. She identified wrong from rights, realized more wrong in her life than rights. The 13-year-old me met abandonment. She walked with betrayal, held hands with dishonesty, hugged pain, and even stood with misery. She became angry, defensive. Some say a hothead. Her temper increased. She learned hate way before she learned love. The home that was to be her safe haven turned into a disaster area that she couldn't escape. Too many hazards and cautions. She wasn't safe. No one was there to protect her. So at 16, she had to protect herself. She had to learn how to preserve and withstand all of her battles, at times alone, because that's all she knew. She knew nothing else familiar. And knowing any other options or resources, she remained on her path to guide herself on her journey. At 25, she made mistakes twice over, sometimes on repeat at 10 times over, but now her life changed, transformed. Now she has to learn how to be the mother she never received. But not just once, she did it twice. Never did her offspring not feel love, not feel compassion, not feel nurture, not feel belonging. In her dark world of hates, she did all to ensure her sons did not partake. All while still battling with the same demons that surfaced at 13, she hid them away from anyone who dared get close to her. But at the mere age of 32, those demons wanted out. They had a voice. They no longer wanted to be silenced. They were tired of her putting them on mute. They were a part of her. Something that she may have invented or reinvented. They excelled through her pain. They flourished through her misery. They grew stronger than her tears. They compelled the happy through her actions, hurting not only others, but herself. And although her demons were set free, she, her, me, we lost our peace. And 8 years later, that 5-year-old little girl comes to remind me. She tells me I'm beautiful. She says I'm worth more than I realize. She reminds me of my compassion. She smiles at me, and in the cusp of her hand, she puts in mine her happy, so I too can be happy without a purpose. Uncultured.
Wow. Everybody, do me a favor. Unmute yourselves. Give Uncultured Asian the most love you got. What a dope feature. Like, thank you so much for blessing us with all them dope ass poems. Come on, everybody, unmute yourselves. Give all the love that she
You
deserves.
did your thing, sis. For real.
Let's go.
Major,
Wow.
major hit. Dope. Fire.
Carpet bombing us with
Spectacular feature.
awesomeness.
Yeah, spectacular feature. Wow.
Thank you, y'all. I appreciate y'all.
We
This been
appreciate
dope.
you. Thank you so much for that. Um, I still feel like you need more flowers because you did that whole flower poem. Everybody, one more
Hey,
time,
okay.
unmute yourself and give it up for Uncultured Asian for that dope ass feature we was blessed with. Like I need to hear more. Like what's up?
Yeah.
I'm about to
Hey,
turn up.
poem for poem for poem for fucking poem. Like there was no, ooh, I have to build. Now cats do features, right, y'all? Where you be like, ooh, I got to build up to my favorite poem. Like every fucking poem hit hard. That's a feature. Good shit. Good shit.
Facts.
Thank you, CP.
Big facts, CP.
Yeah.
Facts.
Big facts.
I feel if Dia was here, he'd be like, yay, yay.
Indeed.
Mic check.
That's
You
my
got,
homie.
yeah.
Hey,
Hip hop.
beautiful people. I don't know where I'm at, but I'm just here representing for Uncultured Asian. Asian, I mean. And guess what? Y'all heard Poets Playground. Okay? Listen, when I say she's an administrator, this shit gonna get lit up. But anyway, I'm gonna
Man,
just leave it at
drop
that.
links.
What
Yeah,
y'all
drop
served right
links.
there was the word of God of modern times.
Yeah.
Okay, starseed material, and integrated from her personal experience and when the kingdom of God within, coming forth, bringing enlightenment, representing the deprogramming to the religious, political, and social structures of the disease that keeping us stagnated. She represent what they call cosmic consciousness. All right, the paradigm shift is here. We be giving our powers back. Mic check. I don't want to take too much time. I get to rapping, but
Hey, bet,
yeah.
yo.
Mic check.
So, yo, we gonna start off the round one continued. I'm gonna spark it off. Now after hearing what you said and after, cause I heard that last poem and just your whole set, like I was like, oh, I wanna read this one. I know she ain't never heard this poem. I don't think you've ever heard a poem from me. I was like, bet. And then I heard hip hop, what he just said. I was like, oh, now I want to get on it with the cosmic conscious and everything. So I'm kind of torn. So I think I'm gonna do this one that I'm trying to memorize. It's called I Remember. I know some of my folk have heard this, but I gotta read it again because I gotta get on it. You go like this. My mind unwinding, finding clues I left behind me, designed for my uprising. I choose the breath inside me, lined by undying views of a muse who sat beside me. Knowledge I held tight to. Language I spelled right through. Image I excelled, my sight's true. Through pieces of my past life into speeches that I cast live. A few breaches in my glass eye review teachers as I pass by. I grew true glitches stitched in space-time to expand my mind in lieu of bass vibes. Sincerely, who knew the hinges had been swinging freely, briefly allowing wishes to seep deep into reality? Clearly astounding, these glimpses creep around me. It's beginning to allow me to see how we fit existing in the now beat. I sit emitting a resounding bright light that surrounds me, insisting I might take flight proudly. Loudly I sound off, tossed a few words into the sky while I fly around lost. Spew two-thirds of my mind at no cost to you or whoever happens to cross paths with a version of me rapping about these diversionary tactics, certain words to make them backflip. I classically spit magic. Burden birds who passively flew past it. I sarcastically chew plastic. Sturgeon to Earth's passage. Managed to do damage, artistically, rhythmically laughing about all the past lives I was trapped in. The one known as no one knows what happened. I fashioned a glowing orb from a flowing storm, so I had something to pass him for hunting crashed him. Transmitting Gnostic visions by twisting optic ribbons, I remember being born on more than one occasion. A defender who was sworn to warn all of the neighbors. I render my physical form based on all the greatest. Am I the bravest or a sadist? Flipping through all life's pages, I found out we're all made with the same sound vibration. I blame ground displacement for lame unbound migration. Salutations, my friends. With all my love and appreciation. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the feature. Um, yeah, let's keep this round one continuing on. We got Sophia Falco coming up next. Sophia, if you can unmute yourself and bless us with some words.
Hey, my brother, I just want to say that was what I call ethereal cosmic consciousness. Mic check. The levels to that shit,
Oh,
that high
okay.
frequency. There it is.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I wanted to read a different piece, and then when you came in and said that, I was like, okay. And then you're like, okay, now you're on the ethereal cosmic consciousness. Bet. I wanted to spit that
There's
one for you.
levels to
Like I
this
said,
shit.
we gotta holler at each
All
other,
due
man.
respect.
Cause you do hip hop, we gotta holler. We gotta link up. Bless. But we
Do
gonna
I
let
get to spit
Sophia
a
get.
piece before the night is out? You said I'm
Yeah,
going.
yeah. I
I'm gonna
have you
hang
on the
out if we
list
get
here.
this. If we
Yeah, I
get
got
it, you
the.
got an open mic.
Yep, I'm going, and it's an open room all night too. I'm gonna post the list now. If you see a star by the name, it's like tentative. There's some people that may have less, some people that want to hear, but basically, here's who we have going. We got the poet Sophia Falco, Alex Phoung still, so he is on deck. There's the list in chat. People who are here, spit, spit. People who aren't, we skip. Um,
All right,
yeah, I want to hear what you got, man.
mic check.
Bet. All right, Sophia, yeah, if you could bless us with some words, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, sweet. I have 2 free rides. They're not done, but let's just hop to it. And coincidentally, the word challenge was ethereal. So look, it says ethereal circled right there. So, anyways, here we go. He dipped the clay butterfly figurines in blue paint slowly, laid them on his windowsill, and until he had more than just an army of one, then sprinkling some gold glitter on top. Now, this isn't the typical sort of fairy tale where they'll come to life, to dance, to drive, and to groove to the rhythm of the maker's Bluetooth speaker blasting 16 Saltines by Jack White. Only one butterfly remained, untouched, unpainted, undyed, not reborn. He believes in multiple deaths, whereas I believe in 9 lives. And so the butterfly sat there stationary, a blessing or a curse, while he munched on saltine crackers with his fingertips slightly blue with specks of gold. Poem number 1. Thank you. And then the second free write. Oh, my poor notebook. Here we go. This was inspired by the burning of sage across the nation, because I'm on the West Coast. My friend's on the East Coast. I wouldn't call us strangers. Burning sage across the video screen, sent trapped to one Zoom box as a box in the shared house, voluntarily yet involuntarily trapped by my nightmares, wishing I could ride a mare with knight armor and a sword. But there are no demons or monsters, but instead distressing situations around ungrateful people, no steeple. And as I say, patience is a virtue. I've been through it. Watched others struggle with it. Don't like the word other or mother. Maya, perhaps the chosen one. Me, sometimes wise with my third eye that can be open to be giving and receiving like the sunflower's petals and curling, following the sun. But I'm not a follower, but a trailblazer, but not setting fire to the brush, having run perhaps too much. Sometimes in circles, too many songs about the former and the latter are combined. And this time, I probably need to let the tears flow to let go of these. Well, in the DSM book, they say traumas, it's cliche to say hurting heart, but suffering as if not 2 left feet. Man, I can dance with the weight of the world, not a pearl hidden behind my eyes. Let the release and cleanse begin anew, a path to blaze with trusted hands of guidance, droplets of the past left in the dust. Thank you.
Fire, Ad. push the link to your book. Let everybody know what's going on in the world of Sophia.
Right now, Sophia.
Yeah, I can drop my Instagram on my website. Yeah, totally. Thanks for the support.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
If
And
y'all
this
don't
was
know
an
about
amazing
Sophia, y'all need
feature.
to know about Sophia. Crushing it. Yeah. All right, so I have to take care of some business, personal, mental business. But I have my lovely assistant Dre Reyes, who's gonna step in as co-host. So, Dre, if you could take the show from me, I'd much appreciate it. And Amy, thank you again so much for doing this feature. Like it was truly a blessing. Um, and I'm gonna listen to all this. And for everyone who's here for the first time who's performing, welcome. We love you, but unfortunately I gotta run. But Dre's gonna take over the show. Dre, you there, bro?
All right. Well, thank you for having us, and thank you for having me. Again, let's just give it up for Sophia for that awesome set there, and also another round of applause for our feature tonight on Cultured Asian. I'm still feeling that, and
Yo,
we're
Ray,
not
like,
even halfway through this night. We're not even
yeah,
halfway
I'm
through
like
this
still
night.
in shock, bro. Like, fuck.
So if I'm feeling like this, y'all better buckle up. Anyway, let's keep this open mic rolling here. Let's see. Let's pull out that list here. So, according to what I got here, on deck we got Terri Rose, but up next we got Alex Phoung. Please give it up for Alex, everybody.
You gonna sing us a song,
Hey,
Alex?
let's go.
Come on, Alex. I want to hear the song you said you was gonna sing for us. We waited all night. We want to hear the song. Oh, I hope him and Mr. Barry didn't fall asleep.
Let's give him a couple more seconds. If not, we'll just skip over to Terry.
Keep him tentative though, because if he is awake, I want to still hear him sing after Terry.
Oh yeah. With that said, we'll play
Yeah.
this along. We'll keep going forward. We'll get back to Alex after Terry. So, Terry, if you could grace this stage, this online stage, please take it away.
Hey, what's up? Okay, so, whew, I'm tired. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? Which way do I go? I have to find it on my phone. Sorry, it wasn't pulled up.
It's all good.
I thought I pulled it up.
But I have a answer to your question. Which way do you go?
Which way do I go?
Anyway, yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You're great. We love you no matter what. Which way you choose.
Here we go. This is where I was at before. I don't know why it wasn't still there. Oh, this is a piece I've been reading. It's kind of a long piece for me. I don't do long pieces. But it's a long list. So let me go to some of my shorter pieces. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. I would never command you to love me because I know how that story goes. How deep the pain when the truth becomes known. Spent lifetimes learning there is such a love foretold in Elizabeth Barrett Browning poems. Spirit is growing weary, but wiser as story unfolds. Maybe it was kismet that we met. Perhaps the lesson needed learning. Perhaps someday we will come to be or not to be yearning for something better. I would never command you to love me because I know how that story goes. This is a little bit of a slam to my kids. It's the being alone that I crave today. I'm at home in my body when it's only this one. I look to escape from the persecution of life, the menial tasks that add up to more after I subjected myself, made lower than the floor. No respect for the servant of the home called mom or wife. Just expect it all to get done somehow. The laundry, the food in the mouths, the garbage taken out. How don't we live like pigs in a sty? You got trouble with your eyes if you can't recognize. I was looking for another little short piece. I love this one. Even if I could murder you and get away with it, dialing crisis hotline number. Hello, can I speak to a counselor? Okay, I'll hold on, like I've been holding on my whole life. Hello? No, I don't feel like hurting myself. No, I don't feel like hurting others. I'm telling the truth, though. Why should I take my own life? It's not me who is creating all the problems. But I lied about my homicidal tendencies because I fantasize about throat punching you or ending you some other way and not caring. It looks like an accident. It'll look like an accident. You infuriate me on a daily basis. I really want to find a way to make you stop, but I don't have the balls and I could not live with the guilt, probably. I don't know if I ever murdered you outside of my mind. Shut up, Satan, get thee behind me. And this one, and I'll be done. I'm not much of a love poet because I keep forgetting the words to our song. Did we even have a song? I'm not much of a love poet in these days of rage and torture in the time and place that mine is the last face you will never remember. I'm not much of a love poet when I realized after trying to force it that you can't make someone care. I'm not much of a love poet anymore. Thank you.
Yo, everybody give it up for Terri Rose for that. Unmute yourselves right now. Show your love and support.
There it goes. Hey, I couldn't get it unmuted. Woo, Terri, thank you for that. Thank you. I couldn't get unmuted fast enough. Thank you, Terri, for that. That's wow. That's wow stuff.
Terri, you're one poet I don't want to piss off.
Oh, that is sure a piece that'll get everyone on your good side, most definitely. Before we go on to the next poet, I just want to give everyone a quick little glance over to the chat, and I'm gonna be posting here some good information for donations for Open Minds Open Mic. There's a PayPal link so you could donate to help out Catalyst and Thomas Open Minds keeping this space running, and also keep them thriving, because when things like this, it takes a village to keep something like this thriving. So check it out. I sent out some information, and also a friendly reminder that they do graphic design art, so give them a shout out, see what they can do for you. Anyway, moving on with the open mic. We're gonna take a quick check in with Alex to see if he's still with us, if he's still awake. Alex, bud, we want to hear that song if it's possible. If not, we wish you a pleasant night's sleep. Let's see. I think based on the silence, we're gonna safely assume that's the case. All right, let me just take a quick look back at the list.
Hold on.
All
Before
right.
you do that, before you intro the next person, I just want to let y'all know that my boy Dre over here in Puerto Rico doing an international poetry festival and still hopping in the co-host with me and help me out. Like, that's my dog right there. Y'all need to show some
International
love for
Poetry
Dre real
Festival.
quick. He on this list too. Y'all about to hear this boy. Be good.
Oh man, well, I wouldn't say it's a festival out here, but I went to an open mic here on Tuesday. So I guess having been in two different countries, I guess that makes me international. I guess that's cool. But this space, this online space, isn't international nonetheless. Anyway, let's see here. Seeing that Alex is not with us, so we're gonna keep this thing rolling. I'm on deck, but Up next, we got Angel Kim. Please take it away. Bless the stage.
Hello, hello. Sorry I've been silent. I've been dealing with a hollering 6-month-old. Uncultured, you are amazing as always. I've been listening to everyone, and I've been loving this space tonight. I will give you. I'll give you this one. This is a play on Mark Twain's Dance Like Nobody's Watching, Love Like You've Never Been Hurt, Sing Like Nobody's Listening, Live Like It's Heaven on Earth. Dance as if no eyes hold you in judgment, unseen, where each movement's a secret shared only with air. Let every step be a whisper, silent confessions on empty stages, waltzing with freedom and solitude. Not for applause, but for expression of bare soul, a dialogue with weightless, silent prayers. Love deeply, fiercely, gently, as if the heart knows no scars, never hesitating, always pouring, a river unchecked. Let love be an unbridled storm, wild and untamed, where vulnerabilities are treasures, not flaws to be pecked, but love that flows over edges through cracks unnamed, a force that carves canyons, leaving spirits mangled, and wreathed. Sing to open skies, projecting voice, an offering to clouds, birds, endless blues, sun's rays, a melody that doesn't seek approval, only a release. Letting songs climb winds, free flying, a sound so raw, so pure, so true, breaking chains used to bound spirits, surrendering moments, a peace not to appease. Live each day as if heaven isn't a promise, but ground beneath feet, air filling lungs, blood flowing through veins. The simple now is. Let life be the canvas, each moment a stroke of paint, not a journey to somewhere, but a series of here's and how's, mundane, profound, without constraint, where each breath's a gift, each day's a saint. Forget chains of eyes and barbed wire of whispers. Imagine audiences that curb saints. Shake off idle gazes, judgments. Live unobserved, where heart's calls rings and you hear it and answer. Live life not performed, not rehearsed, but actually lived, without fear, without constraints, a path of your own through wild frontiers. Be a child who knows only joys and movements, arms flaying, legs kicking, spirits untamed, unbound, embracing a world with wonder, with vibrant amusement, where every puddle's an ocean, an uncharted journey, every laugh's a cheer, a celebration, a return to innocence, where joy is the current flowing through days. Twirl, not to be seen, but to feel weightless, feather light, in one's own rhythm, a dance of hope, faith, belief, standing with God, where each step's a testament to living freely, fully, to music of your own making, unchoreographed, unique. Let your dance be a quest, personalized, shapeless, conforming to none but yourself, a celebration of being, living, growing, enjoying happiness in every single breath taken, with every move made. Home.
Yeah. AK, what? Well, I was not ready for that.
Wow, that was so beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, spit fire would be an insult. Like you spit so beautifully. That was gorgeous.
Thank you.
That was like water. It was an ebb and flow to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a beautiful tide. The
Indeed.
ocean just kissing
Yeah,
the shore. Like
spectacular.
every fucking bar. Like, oh,
I'm glad y'all like it. Thank y'all for letting me share.
And it's
yeah.
okay not to like your baby. It's okay not to like your baby. It's okay. Let her cry. It's okay not to like the baby.
It's my grandbaby, but that's okay. Thank y'all.
All right. Again, give it up for Angel one more time for that lovely demonstration of artistic expression.
Yo, Angel, I don't know if you've seen the PM, but I want to feature you here too. We got slots for towards the end of year. I would love to hear a feature set from you. I heard you at Whisper Poets the other morning, Eastern morning, and I heard your work now, and it's just like I'm hooked. I need a feature set. I want to hear more. Like, much love.
Oh wow. Okay. Just hit
Stop,
me on a
stop that. You deserve it. For real.
Got you. I got
Straight
you.
up.
I got you on IG. I'll holler.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for sharing your work and having the bravery to do so. It's not easy, you know, but here we are, here you are, and we're looking forward to hearing more from you. Thank you again. We're gonna keep this truck rolling here. On deck we got Jeff Taylor, but I guess I'm up next. You're welcome and you're sorry. I mean, I'm sorry in
Hey,
advance.
give it up for Terri.
So
Coming straight from Puerto Rico. He's in his homeland. He's feeling inspired.
yeah, I'm coming from Loquillo right now. Staying here until Monday morning, unfortunately. But hey, it's been a nice
Hey, soak
getaway.
up that sun for me, man. I'm in Canada.
And you ever,
Need that
and if you ever
tropical sun.
find yourself, if you ever find yourself in the San Juan area on Tuesday nights, do yourself a favor. Like write this down, keep note of this. The Poet's Passage, San Juan, every Tuesday from 7 to 12 midnight. It's like a living, breathing museum of art, and it's in the old San Juan district. So you're basically going to be chilling in a 500-year-old building that's basically built to be a sanctuary. It's been around, like this venue's been around as a poetry venue since 2005. And I'm just trying to spread the good word here. So Poet's Passage, check it out if you ever find yourself on the island. Anyway, I guess I was inspired to read one of my pieces here. We were talking about cartoon characters. And in fact, I happened to read this particular piece when I was at the Poet's Passage. I could find it. There we go. So this is for any Rugrats fans out there. This one's called Chucky Finster Writes to His Mom. Happy birthday, Mom. Today, you are 55 years old. Recently, my best friend Tommy had to go through something difficult. His grandpa Lou died and has been taking it hard. He has come to me seeking support, but it's hard to fully understand what he is going through. He probably thinks I know what it's like to lose a family member. But you taught me early on that you're with me everywhere I go. The only experience I had with death is the time I made friends with a bug named Melville. Don't ask me how I remember it, but it's a vivid memory, almost like a cartoon. You taught me early on where I will always find you and where I have you. Every time a gentle wind blows and caresses me, that is your hand on my face. Every time I get tired playing outside in the summer heat, I seek the shade the trees make, for I know that is where I will feel your sheltering embrace. Every time I look in the mirror and see the constellation of new freckles on my cheeks, I think that was you, the sun, tickling me all my life. You've always known how to make me smile. Every time it rains, I step outside and lay in the long grass to be held tight by you as happiness soaks me in your tears of joy. The older I get, the less afraid I become because I know you're always with me. I just wish I can be there for Tommy now. Although you're always with me, I often wonder how you would be, how you'd be like as a human being, how bedtime stories or lullabies would have sounded in your voice, would have what it would have felt to hold your hand. The closest to I've been able to hold your hand was whenever I use your gardening tools to plant orange daisies every year, just so I could see your hair blow in the breeze in the form of flower petals. Thank you for the worlds you have given me. I love you. Forever with you. Your little Chucky. P.S. Dad says hi. He loves you, and that he will see you soon. Poem. So there's that piece.
Wait, before you read the second piece, Uncultured, I want to hear what you think about that, because I know you grew up with that Rugrats and all that time period. As a character piece, what do you feel about that? If you still around. Amy, wake up. All right. Anyways, it was amazing. I'm sure she would say the same thing. Cause I never written a character piece like that, so I wanted to hear feedback from someone who had. Yeah, that was dope. Man. Beautiful.
Well, yeah, that was that piece. The second piece here, it's a newer one. It's kind of untitled, still kind of working on it. There's like a blatant rhyme shift in the middle of it, but I think it's all in good measure. It's a good way to describe a good day. All right. Woke up at 9:30 and did the gritty. Took a shower to wake up. Whipped up some breakfast, a bowl of cannabis, then turned the music way up. It is 10:21 and I got some finger guns. This babe shows up at my place. Smoked a couple of bowls, felt a tangle of souls, thinking maybe this just must be the place. Lo and behold, we felt a little bold and made our way to our lips. That first kiss was packed with bliss, my hands locked with your hips. Kissing going a bit steady and things getting heavy. Figured we might just take this elsewhere. We go to the bedroom and we make a big boom. I think this is more than a flare. I want to spring and blossom with you, write words on the same page with you. My world's hues are not in blue when I'm sharing just a simple moment with you. Magic carpet riding into your soul. Our lips are sliding, losing control. Please excuse me without further ado. Allow me to get lost inside of you. I don't have the slightest of clue, and it goes probably double for you. Pure passion has escaped the zoo, and stampeding on us too. Thank y'all.
Yo, everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for the co-host of the night, Dre Reyes.
Hey, Dre.
Yeah, man.
Doing his thing. Hey, and I'm gonna help you out here, Dre, for a minute, cause like we had people switch places and time zones and whatnot, and sleepy faces and all that. So we gonna continue this thing, but I have a revised list. And coming up next, we got I heard this man on Easter morning. I woke up on the river. It was like beautiful. It was a show that was hosted by Whisper Poet. Angel Kim was there. Maddie was there, and oh, Maddie's gone. But like the tone that Whisper Poet sets for this Sunday show is like what what went wrong this week. All right, now how can we grow from that? How can we all learn from your experience and make that into a positive? And then she got her little gong bowls that she calls bongs because they're bowls and they're gongs and the little bongs she get going, and it just like it re-centered me. And I was sitting at the river, watching Luna battle Soul over this mountain and watching Day and Night come in and tuned into the show, and it was just it it was beautiful. I absolutely adored it. But yeah, we had all types of wonderful people there, and I got to hear um Black Noise for the first time there, and I was like, bruh, I know I was muted because I was trying to listen. My wife's like, main host tonight, but just sit back and let Whisper do her thing. But dude, I was losing my shit the whole time. Like I would have spoke a half hour about like why the fuck we ain't friends by now? Like where have you been all my life, and why aren't you reading more of your poetry to me on a regular basis? Like that's how I felt, bro. Like straight up, man. I love you. If you could and by the way, it's your first time here, right? On Over Mind. So if everyone could just unmute themselves real quick and give a big open mind, open heart, open arms welcome to Black Noise.
Woo!
Hell yeah,
Welcome.
welcome home.
Welcome on this space.
Welcome to
Love.
the gym. This is where we lift weight.
Welcome to the gym, CP said. Yo, he got the weights already lifted, bro. I heard this motherfucker the other day. It blew my mind. I'm waking up Easter morning hearing this fucking the dopest shit I think I've ever heard. Yeah.
I appreciate you saying so, man. I got two pieces. Man, thank you. I got two pieces though. The first one is the other half of what me and Uncultured is getting ready to.
Oh wait. So you got your part finished?
Yeah, it's done. It's done.
So
We just
y'all
got
just need to get it together and do it all at one. Oh, so we get to hear it.
yeah,
Yo, I'll do some video editing and
down. Yeah, we gotta break it down
yeah.
and mesh
Oh,
the
this is
line.
dope.
Yeah.
Fuck, yo, I'm so hypey right now. Thank you.
So well, my part is so we both wrote 2 full pieces, and we gonna take those, break them down, and make that into one piece. Probably, yeah. But mine is called Toxic Attachment. This is also in my book, I Cry Over Spilled Ink. Y'all go get that. I'm gonna drop the link. You know what I mean? Just came out. What are we attached to? In a land more staged than living. People more tethered figurines than human. Why does this land hate women and children and black and brown voices that enunciate truth, freedom, and choice, but love venomous tongues and burning bodies? Why are wombs and skin noosed by flagpole ropes always hung half-mast to show the country who's bossed the constant battle between holy and capital gain powermonger directing every scene? Who is puppeteering this minstrel show of puckered lips and greased palms, pledging allegiance to inanimate objects, fingers full of bad intentions and greed, right and wrong, a dangling string glued to influence love no longer tied to mercy nor grace? Welcome to the land of curdling screams and sour grapes. Do we even soul anymore? Faith, empathy, past a post, trending topic, territorial wars, police shootings, a week of protests, 2 days of riot, compassion beyond commercials of crying crippled dogs and swollen bellies. Have we all been infected with fly on the eye syndrome, unbothered until the next segment of breaking news? When did bombs bursting in the air over fields of children become brave? What are we attached to, death? Anxiety, poverty, PTSD, dreams of hands up, another real marionetting us away from our purpose. Crickets must have replaced our hearts. Diminy in blackface, just a smiling as we perform through social media induced delirium. I like to say I'm a real boy, but I can feel the strain strung along by lies, Geppettoed, one chiseling image after another, carved out by trauma. I would be lying if I said I'm not almost desensitized to bloodshed. Don't want my nose to grow. Don't need to create another branch liberty can cancel me from. In a world where real puppets, boys, aren't supposed to emotion or be black and alive or be loved beyond what they provide. Well, real mothers, puppets, women aren't supposed to be queens or be black and alive or be powerful or be in control of their bodies. Where women and children aren't real, just puppets, just traffic, casualties of war, organs, sex. I know you think I'm crazy. These ain't no conspiracies. Can't you see what I can see? These strings, this gun in my back. I've been stuffing pain in the knot hole so long it's starting to seep through my grain. These tears thick like saffron oil, saturating my bark. Weights too heavy for my limbs. I'm asking you to pay attention. I just want to be a real boy. Maybe one day we will all be unattached. Peace.
Yo, everybody, mute yourselves and give it up for Black Noise.
Holy shit, dude.
This is what I woke up to Easter morning, yo, like, and it wasn't even that, this piece was even doper, so I'm like, wow, Black Noise, yo, thank you so much for coming to the open minds, yo, like,
all day.
Please keep coming back.
Yeah, please keep coming back. I need to hear more.
Oh God, you just made me like a lifelong fan of yours. Legit.
Thank you.
Oh
man, I got another piece if y'all don't mind.
Oh, yo, I'd feel honored.
Oh, thank you. You see, me and love, right? We always fight like pit bulls, always to the death or career-ending injury. At odds in disarray, determined dragons drawing ditches in the sand, spitting fire, bellies full of calamitous confusion, chaotic cicadas instead of butterflies. But beauty isn't believing both of us will wave bleeding hearts in surrender and call a truce to this battle of conditions. I have the propensity of offering up my heart to guillotines and praying the rope holding the blade is indestructible. I hate with all of me. Believe love, chivalry, and romance are dead just because I've died multiple times. A suicide bombing away from 17 virgins, a few to be or not to be's past having condolences for forevers. I guess in biblical terms, I would be proud of this long suffering. You see, we be fencing, butt naked on thin line, wounds never heal before reopen, revealing rhythmic rants and rhetoric released in vibrations only orators could feel. You see, it's levels to this madness, a loaded gun and layered straight jacket of joyful grief and serendipity, skipping stones on Red Sea right before it opens, naming each line in the ripple of past lover's name until breaking commandment tablets in rebellion. You see, love is an undiagnosed schizophrenic, but it be my voice in her head, Chinese torture until she gives up that unconditional I heard about. I must be insane to keep letting that Trojan trick me. She only changes the face she comes in, pouring out as a patient, crowded nightmare with no face, just kind enough to turn from future wife to another notch on my belt, a stain on my sheet, to Hate the oven lamp rejoicing with the truth of always eluding me. You see, love has got me pinned up against this line so hard, it's starting to disappear. Hate, but I won't give up. Regardless of the pain, love be gorgeous, ugly, sacrifice, giving up a kidney, mangled body of slave after fighting back, holes in hands and feet adorned with pierced side, beautifully ugly, a sanctified hell, slowly howling hope in a silver half holy moon while shooting stars give praise to shooting stars. A young boy met head on by love, wrapped in karma girl, met seemingly fatal heartbreak. Played hide and go get it to forget the sound his heart made, and that and many other encounters would cause ventricle shatter. And that made man drown out teachings of monogamy, manifesting whoremongering monsters, manipulating, misuse women to be placed on mantles, making sure they never shine the same. But then he had daughters. The war will never end. Peace.
I don't know if it's just because I just ate some bacon while I was listening to that, but that was like one of the most delicious rhyme schemes and cadence and like intensity and content in a poem that I've heard in a minute. And I have one question for you. Do you freestyle?
Huh?
Do you freestyle
Um,
or improv poetry?
very, very, very long time.
Yeah?
I have a very long time. Very, very, very long time. Yeah. Like probably since I was like maybe 16, 17, maybe. Yeah.
Well, if you don't mind indulging me one night, man, I would love to hit you up and get you
And it
freestyling.
shows too.
Yeah,
Shows the hard work you put in.
yeah, that was fucking beautiful, man. Everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for Black Noise.
2 weeks, bro. In 2 weeks.
That was
Wait, 2 weeks
awesome.
what? What's going on? See, people, do you know? I don't know. What's going on in 2 weeks, y'all?
Oh yeah, man. You know we gonna tear it up, bro.
Yes, sir.
But you going to Houston?
Nah, we're going to Carolinas, man, to act the man.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
They
snap.
ain't ready. They ain't ready.
Charlotte.
Don't forget Tennessee.
Yeah, Nashville first. This is gonna be a part of the book tour. I cry over spilled ink. I just dropped the book.
I love that title, bro. That's just so I cry over spilled ink.
Oh man, thank you.
That's
Angel
dope.
Kim.
Like,
Angel
don't
Kim
cry
already
over
dropped
spilled
it
milk.
for
He's
me.
like, yo, I cry over spilled ink, bro.
Yeah, you know. So
Tom,
yeah,
I hate
man.
to put you on the spot.
Oh yeah, go ahead, man. I'm sorry. I was eating up and I
Oh
love Black
no,
Noise, man.
I
I
want
wanted
to
to
put more. I
welcome
want
him.
to put more on your plate. I want to
Oh.
put more on your plate because this is great. We're gonna have Black Noise feature because I think I can speak on behalf of everyone here and say that a feature from this dude is gonna be fucking fire.
Yeah, so I pulled out the feature book. I want to do Angel Kim, right? We have so many slots open right now. I think we have the 19th open, July 19th open. And then August, my wife said we're gonna have no features. We're gonna have a month because it's our anniversary month. We're just gonna have a month off August. No features, but still open mic. Like we still gonna do this. It just won't have the feature poet. And then September we'll have Debbie Segal, September 13th, and then we have September 27th, October 11th to 25th. No, pretty much we got the July slot and then the end of September on. So we want to book the both of y'all because I love you both. Y'all both fire. I want to hear more. I want to know more. Like, I fucking love y'all. So yeah, we'll get them booked up. I'm gonna be hollering at them on Instagram. We'll get everything scheduled up, whatever works best for y'all. We got dates, you know what I'm saying? And on these bye weeks too, where we just have open mic, we left it like that. So if somebody could feature on a Friday, like we did with the Zamkanto, Marianne Zamkanto feature kind of thing, is we like to keep an open week for either everyone gets a chance. Then we go 2 rounds easily. Everyone gets a chance instead of, but I love doing the features because like everyone are, you know what I'm saying? Everybody needs a moment to shine, bro. And that's what we've been doing for what? Like ICP almost 2 years now. We've been fucking every Friday, new feature. Like everybody get a chance to show us up, right? Like so yeah, I'm gonna get y'all booked up, man. I'll be hollering at y'all. And if one of the weeks don't work and it's a bye week, hey, we'll book you on that bye week. You know what I'm saying? Like
For sure, man. Hey, man, all you gotta do is holler at me. I don't turn down no work, Jack.
bet.
So, you know, love, man. Thank
Yeah. All right, Dre, take it over.
And he not gonna let me turn down nothing. So
No, she go first.
I'm excited for the Angel Kim feature too, man. Just like I was excited for Uncultured tonight. Like, yo, I've been blessed to in this like everyone like I've been blessed to meet all these wonderful poets. I started doing this like just under 2 years ago, about just over a year and a half ago, right? Like, and I hadn't written anything since I was like 15. And then I started writing poetry and meeting these people, and I was blessed to like I don't know if it was my energy that brought people in or the people that I linked in, but I have met this a wonderful community of poets, man, who just inspired me greatly. I've written like over 100 something poems in the last year or so, just being around y'all, like y'all inspire me, and it being over Zoom like this, like we got people from England, the Philippines, North Carolina, Florida, California, Canada, all over the world just tuning in, and it's been a blessing, yo, it really has. So Dre might be using the bathroom, but coming up next, speaking of this journey, yo, CP. I think you're like our second or third feature, I think. And we started featuring people like after the first like month. So you've been here from like the beginning. Like I
Yeah,
remember meeting I seen you at New Yo one night. I came and I read at New Yo and you read, but when I heard you did that Marine song, you know a song somebody
yeah.
song. It sounds like a song. It's a poem. You know what you want to talk. You did that, and I was like, yo, I just started an open mic like a month ago. If you can come through and like just see what we got going, like this shit. And yo, we had somehow pulled in all these like dope ass people, man. And like you have been there since the beginning, CP, and you have been an inspiration to keep
Right.
this whole thing going and to keep me going on more levels than one, brother. And I want to show you all the love that I got right now for you. And it's everything. Take it off. Take the mic. Take the head off. Do what you do
Hold
the
on.
best.
My bad. I'm gonna interrupt real quick. Hey, CP,
Yeah.
you inspiration to a lot of motherfuckers, dog. And I gotta be candid. I say what I say, like my language, whatever it is, what it is. I'll be eloquent in the poem.
Hey, I'll be eloquent upon, but you an inspiration to a lot of motherfuckers. Hey, a lot of motherfuckers out here right now, bro.
It's a
Hey,
lot of
honestly, bro.
motherfuckers that you inspire, dog, including me, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
like
you know what I'm saying? So, like, you definitely deserve your flowers. You know what I'm saying? Throughout this whole shit, and I can't wait till we meet up. We gonna tear that bitch up. I promise.
Shoot shit up and shut shit down. That's the
yo,
plan.
y'all need to fucking pull out one of your phones and record it for me because I can't be there, unfortunately. So I need that shit recorded, seeing maybe HD, 10, 20, 80p, whatever the fuck. But
1080.
hey,
1080. We gonna make it a movie. We gonna make it a movie.
yeah. Hey man, but yeah, CP for real though,
Yeah.
you inspire us all, man, and you've really inspired me throughout my poetry game. Even like not even with poetry, but like yo, y'all gotta understand like I'm not perfect, right? I got my down days. And sometimes I could just reach out to CP and be like, look, man, I ain't doing good. And he's like, well, what's going on, brother? Like how you know what I'm saying? Like I'm here for you. I love you. Like so it's not even that I respect and love his poetry. I respect and love him as a fucking being and who he is,
Appreciate
bro.
that, man.
And I'm so honored to say that you my brother.
Appreciate that, folks. Yeah, I appreciate that. Real talk. I need to hear that shit sometimes because sometimes I wonder, like, you know how you wonder if you're making a difference and shit. You know what I'm
You
saying?
made a difference in me, bro.
So
And
yeah,
people said
I
that I
appreciate.
made a difference in them, but that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for you. So every
Appreciate,
life that I helped do is because of you fucking put me where I needed to be, man. So
appreciate that, cuz I take compliments kind of hard, but I mean, thank you, thank you. That's all.
I
I'm
mean,
just
this
gonna
is real
say,
talk. It's not a
yeah,
compliment. It's not nothing. I'm just telling
yeah,
you the fucking facts, right? Like,
already, yeah, yeah. Okay, shit. I got this prose short story kind of piece that was published in the Moonshine Review, Volume 4, Issue 1. So I figured I'll whip it out because I can't whip it out in any other places. It's called Unpaid Sabbatical. Let's see. All right. The questions are always more beautiful than the answers. And yes, I do know why I'm here. I'm here because over there seems so cliche and overrated. I'm here because free room and board beats the monthly cash needed for skeletons in closets that never pay rent on time. I'm here because sanity is a hopeless dream used to keep our market economy alive. As a matter of fact, Doc, I'm here because sometimes God isn't. Keep your over there's, cliches, and whatever on sale sanity is in vogue this month. Me, I know God's a coward. Why else would he keep letting his children fight wars just to kill themselves senselessly in his name? Yeah, it is funny, Doc. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, we become anointed, blessed, and cliched under while the blood is being shed over land, over oil. So powerful, still he lets his children kill each other. Now that I think about it, maybe we're just his favorite reality TV shows, Doc. Tell me, do you think he watches us live? Or just catches up on us on episode during dead time? Hell, do you think you're headed to hell for the things we do or for the things we don't do? Come on, Doc, tell me. You keep upping my dosage on lithium to help balance out my equations. You prescribe me pills and potluck psychosis while you refuse to swallow your pride and prejudices like someone just re-elected you president. Yeah, that is quite funny, Doc. Stop asking me why I'm here. I'm here because to turn a profit, being pharmaceutically, clinically profit, am I not? Day 14. I woke up feeling sad today. Feeling human. Feeling fragile. It's been really hard for me to sleep at night. Chase dreams as if they're running from me in the day. Like Doc says, it's not natural to stay up for days at a time. Yesterday, he told me a lot of artists are being diagnosed as bipolar. I only wish someone would diagnose me as being special or the love of their life or happy or amen. Last week, I averaged 5 or 6 nightmares per night, and probably can be traced back to my enlistment in the Marines. I'm so tired of feeling lonely, scared, different. Nurse Austin came in to give me my nighttime meds, and before I knew it, I assaulted her. I'm not sure why I did it. There's always been extremely kind to me. She's all petite with her posh porcelain skin. She doesn't think I can't hear her flushing her bulimia down the toilet after our evening meal, but I do. She doesn't know why I did it. Neither do I. Over 1 white pill, 2 pink, a mouthful of apple juice. Before I knew it, me and my words, my empathy were all on top of her. Staff says my empathy assaulted her this morning. She said she forgives me and understands why I her with a dream. It was the only sharp instrument I had access to. I just wanted sleep through the day. It comes so easy for everyone else. Nurse Austin, pass down log, patient 169051. While administering 8 p.m. meds, patients seemed anxious to see me. After asking me if I enjoyed the evening meal, we talked briefly over differences between religion and spirituality. Patient suggests religion is more ritual, claimed spirituality was more a connection to the divine. Patient took his meds with a smile and confessed that this has become his after meal ritual. After asking me if I had any after meal rituals of my own, the patient began stabbing me uncontrollably. Upon asking the patient what was wrong, the patient replied that we should all be committed for the false gods we pray to. For approximately 3 minutes, the patient cried the same prayer over and over while holding his hand. In between his sobs, the only phrase I could make out was, "Please, God, help us flush away our fears. Oh, Lord God, grant us strength to purge our pain away. Feed our spirits with something we can hold on to." Shortly after stopping, the patient became lucid. I took his vitals. Patient remained awake for the remainder of the shift, but complied as usual when the lights called out. Week 3, John 3:16 p.m. Hello, Dad. Are you there? Yeah, son. How are you feeling today? Same old shit, just a different toilet. How's the AA steps going nowadays? You know how it is, son. It's the same jobs idea. Either we work for a living, work for our debts, or work for the death of us, right? Yeah, but you know how it is. Drink a beer or two before I go. It helps me swallow my pride, makes everything go down a little bit better. Well, I have my last eval today, so that should be so they should be releasing me soon, Pops. Listen, son, try not to hold on. Your mom wants to speak to you. Hello there, mother. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien, ¿y tú? Got jokes, I see, son. You know that's all about the Texas Spanglish, I know. How you holding up, Mom? I was about to ask you the same thing, baby. Same old sacrifices. They're just under a different name. I hope you're not causing problems for the staff, are you? But of course, the day before yesterday, I overheard one of them having phone sex during lights out. So during my next group therapy session, I admitted to everyone doing therapy about how much of a sex addict I was. Son, you didn't. Told them how withdrawal symptoms were getting me out of control. See, that's why they think you're, yeah. When they asked me how so, I over and recreated everything I heard 2 nights before, but made it seem like it was me on the phone. It was quite entertaining. Playing with people is what got you there in the first place. Listen, coming out of the Marine Corps, your dad and I both knew that the bad nightmares were going to get worse, but that is no excuse, mister, for taking every chance you get to poke fun at The Walking Dead. I know, Mom, I'm sorry, but it's just so much fucking fun. I can't do anything with you, can I? Here's your dad. I love you too, Mom. All right, son, we both know there's nothing wrong with you. So do us a favor and play just crazy enough to make them believe that you're sane. I will. You know I'm proud of you, right? Yeah, Pops, I know. I got to get ready and go. All right, son, remember that we love you. We love you. I love you too. And please don't be a prick. Play just crazy enough to make folks believe that you're sane. Like everyone in open minds do. Like everyone at our homes do. Like every motherfucker at job does. Play sane. Only if you promise me that we'll throw back some shots once I get out of here. Day 28, outpatient review. Alexa, be quiet. Outpatient review. So, Doc, you know that I still believe questions are always more beautiful than their answers, right? You're right. There's something different about me. I came here believing that I was invincible. I came here believing that I had the power to change the world, that there was no dream too big to chase. But I've grown a lot since being committed here. You helped me work through my feelings and insecurities, taught me that some of the best coping mechanisms for depression are finding positive outlets for my thoughts to be channeled through. Yeah, I know, Doc. Sometimes poetry just won't cut it. That's why I'm looking forward to picking up more productive hobbies beneficial to the community. Something more respected like shopping, fucking gay bashing, or lobbying for stricter border laws, or reducing women just to a body, to restrict fucking abortion, but yet and still men can have a vasectomy. You know something God, Core, and company could be proud of. Yeah, I did learn a lot here, Doc. Feel better about myself, you know. And I know when the time comes that I don't, there will be prescription refills. Just visit and a phone call away. Well, knowing this is our last session and all, make sure you keep the promise you made. Next week, me and you will discuss my fear of the masses having it all wrong. My fear that the devil may be the one who owns our souls. And if so, I think God might be the one trying to bribe it back. Thanks for everything, Doc. Farewell and free will. Nice little short prose piece. Yeah. Thank y'all for the patience.
Dude, that rocked.
Little short piece. Wow.
I
Let
fucking
me just
can't
collect
with
the
you,
little
bro.
remnants of my brain that just melted
Yeah.
off there. Holy shit. Give it up
I
for
gotta
CP
know that
Maze.
I'm fucking shoving up toys, tissues in my nose,
Man,
stuff I
that
know,
was
babe.
really enjoyable. Listen.
All right.
Appreciate you. Yeah, it was experimental, and I'm surprised they published it. It was so fucking experimental. But yeah, thank you.
Well, it was so dope, bro. It came from your mind, man. It was like on point, like that.
I
An amazing
I
piece,
would be
man. Like,
surprised if they didn't publish it.
yeah, right.
Because
Yeah,
holy
that would be more of a shock.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
and and this is anybody's first time, being exposed to CP Maze. This is just one of many bangers. And please let us know how that goes with Black Noise, because that sounds like it's going to be an amazing time. They're going to be so blessed to have y'all.
Yeah, it's a literary festival for I think Saturday, Sunday, and they're trying to pull in some Friday stuff. Some international poets, some poets I've rocked with before, festival all day, man. It's just gonna be crazy, crazy art. I'm so excited.
Man, y'all better record it. I want to see some of it. I'm so excited to get into the RV and take open minds to the open road, traveling around to all these festivals, see y'all in all the cities, do shows from all y'all's fucking living room, man. We get that shit
already.
Going.
Already.
Indeed, man. It's gonna be fire.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But
love
yeah,
it.
thank y'all for the love. I'm definitely excited to hear everybody else on the mic. The people I haven't heard before. Fucking watch Zach break my brain for a little bit.
Yeah, right. I know I'm gonna have to light this joint. I took a few puffs of it earlier, and I was waiting for Zach. Cause I seen Zach showed up. I was like, oh, I gotta spark this when Zach gets on, man. But yeah, unfortunately, our co-host has to duck off for the night. He in Puerto Rico dealing with some crazy room cleaners or something. I don't know. You said some kind of a tornado,
Just
of
family want to
brooms,
do some
and
little together right now. But I just wanted to take this time to properly peace out, wish all y'all love, and thank you for sharing this space and your time with us, because I look forward to this every week, and I hope y'all do too. So with that said, hope I see y'all next week, and we're gonna keep this open mic rolling. On deck, we got Hip Hop Street Light, but up next, give it up for Zach. Take it away.
Sorry, I got excited.
Hell yeah.
we got the laugh out of him. I'm glad you got excited and got the laugh out of you there. Yo, what y'all gotta understand, I was 35 minutes away from Zach, sitting there while my wife was being questioned by border authority, and we got turned around at the border. And that was the best case scenario. So we were all right, but at the same time, we tried to start with Zach or Zed if you're Canadian like me now. Zed. But then we ended up in Abbotsford, British Columbia, and went to her dad's house. So we tried to start at Zach's, right? And go down the west coast, down the side. But then we would have been down south during the summer and up north during the winter. So universe was like, no, turn the fuck around, go A, B, C, D, and go from there. And then hopefully we hit the US tour when it's cold. I want to be in Florida during the winter, or in Houston with my boy over here. But yeah, Zach, thank you so much though for offering us that place. We were 35 minutes away. I was so pissed off, I was so excited to fucking just chill with you, but the universe was like, no, you can't start at Z. You gotta start at A, B, C, D. Fucking yeah. Yeah, so you
That's how it
blessed us with
happens,
some
man.
words, man. I appreciate
Yep.
it, man. And I'm excited. So now you're not gonna be our first stop. You're gonna be one of the last stops now, which sucks. Might even fly you in for a poetry festival. Like if we in North Carolina sometime, like 6 months from now, and they got a fest going on. I'm like, look, dude, we raise enough money to fly you out here so you can be with your family during this event, right? Like, so yeah, man, we'll see you soon, brother.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It'll happen. It'll happen. Fucking A. I got a couple for you. Got something new, something old. You want to hear something crazy? A unicorn gave birth to me. She met a grizzly bear, and they made a Sasquatch. And then they made me. The cosmos conspired to become my essence, and it pours through me. And that's why I have these tattoos on my fingers. It's a relentless pursuit, constantly overflowing with the universal energy. And I did everything I could to shut it down. Flipped every switch, smashed all the buttons, until the wires were disconnected and sparks flew everywhere. I couldn't breathe without a shock to my system. And then I stopped running. It all moved itself back into place upon sobriety, and I was placed face first in a mirror, where that mythical elegance danced with stoic strength, and a cryptid grounded in mystery. And then I tasted salt, pouring from my face for the first time in years, from happiness. It's not a matter of belonging, success, achievements. It's a matter of acceptance of self, mastery of self. Today, I confidently ride those waves to my destiny. A new dawn is on the horizon. I am not a changeling. I am a becoming. But let me give it to the second one. All right.
Yeah.
Here's the second one for you.
My mom busting in the background. Fucking, yeah. Oh, we got another Zach laugh, cousin. Thanks, Ma. Fucking love you, Ma. Fucking love you, Zach.
Tactile transgressions threaten the treaties within myself. An overabundance of guilt coaxes out the shadows. Looking forward, salivating at the thought of my light. The lessons from the past play no role. They came from the mouth of Charlie Brown's teacher, as they skipped into one ear and took a jet plane out the other, and I had no chance to grab them. Now, I may never get the chance to hold you again. There was so much pure golden light on that day, except I forgot to chain up my demons, named Bad and Decisions. They came out to play. Pieces of us were stuck between their teeth and left us shattered into a 1,000-piece puzzle, scattered across 13 bargain bins, marked down from priceless to just get it the fuck out. So I have this to say. If you ever end up stuck on the self-serving speedway, please, just take a left at foresight and introspection. Hit the roundabout and go back to where you left your mind. And on your way, you'll find the vulture of time, feasting upon the breadcrumbs of my flesh, making sure I'll remain lost and not found. But you know what? I'm grateful. Let him feast upon my suffering, 'cause I'll keep stepping, shave off my mistakes and fill his belly. And with alchemy and a Midas touch, I'll change it, weigh him down with my golden love, and leave me weightless and free. Poem. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Unmute
Thank
yourselves and
you.
give it
Thank you.
up for
Thank you.
Zach.
Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciated.
I love that piece behind you to the stars piece. Did you
Go,
paint
Zach.
that?
Mm-hmm.
That was dope.
Hell yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Fucking super dope, man. As always, thank you so much for being part of the family, brother. We love you. And I'm hoping to get there as soon as I was 35 minutes away. Ah. But the universe had other plans, so I can't argue with that. The universe has certain plans tonight too. That after you, we met this young gentleman. His the Zoom name is Hip Hop Streetlight, which I'm about to ask him about. Is that your poetic name? Is that like a open mic you do? You had some very wise words to spread to us in the light of hip hop and poetry. So I'm very interested in getting to know you better. Hip Hop Streetlight, are you still around? You awake?
Hey, I'm trying to get used. I'm trying to get used to
the Zoom
damn
thing.
using these damn things.
Yeah, you got
Hey, yo,
your.
bro.
Hey, I got a little less gray in my beard. I can figure this out. So we'll work together. We'll get you figured out here. We'll get you
Am I
figured
in
out.
here?
Yeah, you in here. We hear you, brother. You right
All
here
right,
with us.
well, hold on. Let me
What's your
check
name though?
something
What do
here.
I call you by? Cause Hip Hop Street Lights is a fucking mouthful.
Hey, can you hear that music?
Yeah, but when you spit, your voice kind
Can
of
you hear it?
overtakes it. Yeah, but when you go to speak, your voice overtakes it. So you gotta let the beat. You gotta
I'm
like
making
go in
sure. Can you
between.
hear it, bro?
Yeah, we can hear the beat, but then when you go to spit, like your voice overtakes the beat. But that's what we want to hear anyway. So like, just
Okay,
play
well,
into
that's all
that.
right.
You know what I'm
Listen,
saying?
bro. You
Yeah.
gotta fall back for a minute, right? I'm just, I don't even got, this is a new site. I don't even know who you is. So I just want to, represent, right? And then I'm gonna send you to my peoples. All right, Mike check.
Oh,
Here you
okay,
go.
okay.
Listen
So
like
yeah,
this.
yeah, get
I
it.
form light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I am hip hop. We be who we be. New lights of the world. Black is beautiful. Mic check. You can now find me all over the world because I am hip hop. Hip hop is my way of life. I am hip hop. Hip hop is my way of life. I got over 20. I said I got over 40 years as the disciple of hip hop culture. I'm now on divine appointment with the status of elder, the next portal righteous teacher coming to speak to you. The spirit is about to take over. What? My freestyle is life itself. I out jump the boogie. You wanna bang with me? Step outside the box. Come into your own way of seeing the thinking, the beginning of creation. I am hip hop. To be hip is to know a little something about everything and to know all about nothing as you hop from different spots and you'll give up expression. I am hip hop. You think you know me, but you don't really know who I am. I recognize and participate in all the world's major religions, but the remnant that represents my true essence are direct, authentic descendants of the original man who was African. I'm a cosmic chameleon, traveling through generations, switching my style up every few thousand years. Coming this time as hip hop. My latest for my presentation. I am hip hop, the culture that unlocks the chains and escapes the mental prison of being socially brainwashed. I dance to the rhythm of nature as she lays tracks of opportunity in my path. Through the elements of the art of many things, but I was born in the name of freedom, truth, and righteousness. I am hip hop. One Satan say that I want trend or a branch of the entertainment industry. I like to think of myself as a spray painted canvas of the streets and urban centers, artistically stripping the revelation and enlightenment universities we are played with socially in every society globally. I am hip hop. I'm not just a list of accomplishments and crimes or a meaningless mashup of street generated pop and inarticulate noises. No, you got me twisted with that thing that they call rap, which is nothing but industry manufactured products packaged for the sole purpose of commercial business. I am hip hop. While rap distracts those who would rather forget their responsibility to the betterment of their own race. Hip hop, hip hop. Hip hop made those same people to strive for more and go beyond the stereotype that keeps them locked in an ignorant mental state. I am hip hop. I am inspiration of original thought and hard-earned self-education. The expression of heart and soul in paint, poetry, music, and dance for future generations. I am hip hop. The industry does or doesn't represent me. Hip hop, hip hop. Hip hop is how I live, not something I do just to make money. I'm too hot to handle, too cold to behold as I sit in the seat of the soul. My mental flow is life. What? The truth is to be told and not so. Can all you Christians hear me clearly? The truth is to be told and not so. I am change. I am the future itself. I am the chronicle, the pain and triumph over stacked odds put into a cautionary tale. I am hip hop, the development of a new identity, the result of a people connecting with their ancient ancestors in the country where they have no cultural history outside of constantly struggling. I am hip hop. I am beats and rhymes, misses and scratches, windmills and head spins. I am the opera of life, art in a classical sense. I'm the mirror you see in the building. I am hip hop. When with me being hip hop, I'm also misunderstood because darkness can't comprehend the light. I'm in this world, but I'm not of this world. You didn't see me coming because I came as a thief in the night. I am hip hop. Hip hop is my way of life. What's the word, bro? It's like they keep counting me out. I keep coming back stronger than I did the last time because I refuse to get my head ducked underwater by man. You're now listening to the Holy Spirit, which comes as a result of me going through the fire, being baptized. Darkness? What? But I said, oh, hold up. Let me go back before the guy. I want to just tell you, I would say, darkness is my light through which truth comes in a vision. And it's only to those who know and want truth. Am I adoring with their undivided attention? Ew, hip hop. I speak on different frequencies, and to some I'm a confused soul that's full of contradictions. But see, they have no overstanding because this is more than just poetry. You're witnessing the blessings of hip-hop divine dispensation. God is the speaker. I'm just a field through which transmission of the word comes through. It is written, the word was with God, the word was God, and I'm bringing you the living word without any certificate or degree. As a matter of fact, I never even completed high school. I can't stand most of these so-called prominent, educated, religious fools keeping the masses stuck in the servitude, the ancient traditions that are no longer valid in this day and time. Ew! Study the first arguments, the history, the evolution of the church from the first century, and you will find no consistency because the blind are still being misled by the blind. Nigga, open up your eyes. The writers of biblical times couldn't speak for the whole world because knowledge of the world was restricted to the region within which they existed in. They knew nothing of Asia, North America, South America, Australia, or the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. The scripture speaks on the great empires of the Egyptians, the Assyrians, the Persians, the Babylonians, and the Romans, but somehow skips over the great empire of the Greeks who made you think about the mind of man, nature, and its relation to the essence of our existence. Some of their religions were transforming the philosophies. Once you do some deeper research, you find out that most things you've been taught about history stinks. They say that there's nothing new under the sun, but they think that mainly pertains to the inherent nature of man. Because every time a new word is created, the life force of our living universe and what we refer to as God becomes even greater and expands. Now, what's the word, man? I am hip hop, pure, authentic, organic, original. Now, to get in for further future contact, I'm gonna like say, grab the mic, drop the mic, and run because you had who was your what they call feature artist?
The open minds,
uncultured Asian. Well, I'm just as much as uncultured, but I'm not Asian. But I'm gotta lead you to the nation, which is called the Poets Playground. And if you want to get to me, you got to go through the administrator, and they already had who it is. Okay, you got black. No, you know, I don't know, but I just don't do no transition no more. It's about you got to have a couple of dollars in your pocket too, because I mean, like money talk, bullshit, what this shit. I'm letting loose right now. So you get first dabs or whatever, but like I ain't playing, and when I see him coming, it's coming.
Hey.
You know, on a whole nother level. But I appreciate your using your platform and featuring Uncultured.
Bro, I want to chill with you all night. I want to fucking freestyle with you tonight. Like, don't get off the hook. Just you up now.
Who she was. I wouldn't have came here, but the Poets Playground is in the mix. So follow the Yellow Brick Road, and you get to Elder Beat Master. That's who I am on Instagram. Elder Beat Master 9. Mic check, peace, blessings, and supreme light. Mic check. Have a good evening on purpose, with purpose, in purpose. There it is, y'all. Well,
Yo, womp
I'm
womp.
out.
Who the fuck stayed around for that shit? We got a few folks in the room, but for the folks still in the room, we still not recording. Y'all missed it. Y'all left too early. Y'all seeing it now on YouTube because y'all wasn't there live. Y'all should have stayed for Hip Hop Street
There
like your
you go,
rap
B
name, and then he
Master.
dropped
It
that
is
shit, and it
what it
was like,
is, dog.
wait,
There you
you
go,
are hip
LB.
hop. He ain't the Hip Hop Street like he ain't hip hop this, he ain't hip hop that. He is hip hop, and it look jumped out too while I'm still giving the props. Fucking how you even argue with that? Man's a legend. And I just met him. I'm so grateful for that. Hey, thanks for coming through the open minds. Hey, I'm holla at you, bro. Yo, so let's keep this thing going. Coming up next, we have a newcomer here. Um Melanie Barnes has been here pretty much all night on the list, hearing us all. It's your time for the mic. There's not much left, but we want to hear every minute you got. But
Hey,
before I
what's
do that,
happening?
it
I
is your
appreciate
first
it.
time, right? It is your
Yeah,
first
this
time,
is
right?
my first time being here. I
Oh,
actually was invited by the feature, and
yeah.
she's gone now. But yeah, that's my girl,
Yo,
Uncultured
well,
Asian.
whoever's still left here in the room, I don't mean to cut you off, but there's
I'm
something we
not
like to
good.
do before we hear any words from you, before we even get here with you. We want to give you a big open minds, open heart, open arms welcome. So open minds, open mic, like,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
and
Yeah,
and
this
to
is my
let you know
first
we love
time.
you just for showing up. Yeah,
Yes,
like
welcome.
Welcome,
before we,
welcome,
I
welcome.
appreciate it. I will
welcome.
definitely be back.
Good to
I will
see you
definitely be
here.
back. Now, I'm not in a space where I can show my face. Is that okay?
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. As long as we can hear you, that's all that really matters, right? We're here for
Okay, cool.
poetry.
All right, bet. So um I'm gonna do a piece I haven't done at any of the open mics before. It's kind of new, so yeah, I hope you like it. Hold tight. Let me see. Let me get it up. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, religion doesn't give us all the facts. It's great at creating a foundation, but that foundation has structural cracks. And there's something critically significant that we need as spiritual beings that the foundation lacks. And it's incredibly important that we do our due diligence to research and dissect the hidden truths from within these so-called facts. You see, contrary to popular belief, religion isn't based on genetics or heredity. Unfortunately, it's mostly regurgitated information that's passed down from generation to generation, making it a mostly learned behavior. And the worst part of it all is that it never really teaches us to take accountability for ourselves, but rather instructs us to only rely on an external savior. Now, thankfully, spirituality picks up where religion leaves off, and combining the two along with the creative power of our own imagination breeds harmonious self-discovery and a greater sense of self-trust. So for myself, I am adjusting the paradigm and taking responsibility by learning to live my life purposefully and intentionally, vibrating at a much higher frequency, consciously, deliberately connecting and aligning with the divinity, which is also the higher me. Seizing moments and opportunities, creating new habits, and engaging in spiritual practices like journaling, meditating daily, and speaking positive affirmations consistently. Now, over the years, as I engage in these practices, Spirit has been revealing itself to me by frequently infusing my intentions with love and a passing all understanding deep peace that circulates through my entire body, illustrating to me that we are all particles of the Almighty. Furthermore, proving to me that we are the creators of our own destiny, which makes sense to me much more than religious rhetoric. See, this method provides a sense of stability. And now I'm gaining clarity and the dots are finally starting to connect. I feel alive and born again, but for real this time, and it's not at all what you'd expect. See, I didn't have to pray the gay away to access life's higher frequencies. I just chose to lock into the truth about me, loving myself unconditionally, embracing the reality that there is no separation between spirit and me. By me living authentically, I'm reprogramming old data and showing up in 5D, where I live with the expectancy that things will always work out for me. I'm participating in life with vibrancy and vitality, and now I have the audacity to believe in me, to believe that I'm worthy, that I'm more than enough when I show up in the power of me just as I am, operating in my isness, making truth my business, premeditatedly choosing me while source is constantly reminding me that because I am an extension of thee, I am God in the flesh, the composer of my own symphony. Now, some might not like me speaking so freely. I understand. Trust me. See, I used to be afraid to speak words like these because religion says that it's blasphemy. Now I'm challenging and uprooting those generational beliefs that no longer serve me and curse the very existence of me. I'm asking myself, what do I believe and what do I want to see growing in my garden of creativity and possibility? I'm planting seeds of purpose and intentionality, letting my heart speak freely, willfully, allowing my feelings to lead me, unwaveringly believing in all kinds of possibilities, because whatever my powerful mind can conceive and believes intensely will soon become my reality. I'm manifesting. I'm carrying a newfound sense of peace and empowerment with me, waking up from the illusion of 3D, deactivating old beliefs by fine-tuning. By fine-tuning, I apologize, by fine-tuning.
By fine-tuning the rhyme, you are so
Forgive me.
sublime,
By
my
fine-tuning
goodness.
my desires and letting love lead me. So in this dance of purpose and desire, with mindful footsteps, carefully choosing each step moment by moment, resting in the security of the all-knowing, the all-powerful, the almighty, we must meticulously and passionately navigate the tapestry of this beautiful journey we so endearingly call life. My brothers and sisters, that is our spiritual birthright. Poem.
Yo,
Wow.
what
Thank
the
you.
fuck?
Oh, come
Welcome
back.
home,
Thank you.
Melanie. Like you sat there waited all night too to spit and like, yo, like halfway through your, not even a quarter way into your poem, I was like, oh my gosh, like that's my people, like that's my tribe, that's my soul, like welcome home, like yo, I was hitting up my homie Murry, like yo, like I found your other sister too, like we got a fam out here, like we building it. It was so beautiful hearing that, like yeah, can you bless us with another one, please?
Sure. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's the first time I've done that one outside of some friends.
Well, yo, that shit, hey, I felt it, man. You made me feel special, like you are my fan there, bro. That's really good.
I appreciate that, no
Yeah.
doubt. And I will continue to be here. I
Oh,
will
I
come
hope
back
so,
for
yeah.
sure. All right, let me see. Another one. Okay. This one is called Decision. That one was called Higher. This one is called Decision. I had to make a decision. So I stopped trying to prove my worthiness and just accepted it. I stopped trying to defend my position and I just held it. I stopped trying to maintain my focus and just kept it. I stopped bringing up the past because I can't change it, but I had to make a decision. So I stopped complaining about the situation and handled it. I stopped letting fear rule me, stood up for myself, and took back my control. I stopped procrastinating and I started building. I stopped settling and I started practicing the power to choose. I stopped perpetuating the lie and decided to live in my own truth. But I had to make a decision. See, I had to face the thing that threatened to kill me, that which tried to hijack my identity. So I am no longer waiting for someone to tell me who I am, and I am no longer seeking your approval. I no longer waiting to be validated by you, and I thank God that I no longer care if it's me you're not choosing. But what I am doing is defining myself, embracing my identity, and living confidently and comfortably in my own truth. But first, I had to make a decision. See, I had to face the thing that threatened to kill me, that which tried to hijack my identity, fought against my authenticity, made me my worst enemy while I questioned my life's validity. I had to make a decision to let go of the past ideology that confused me while uncovering answers and diving deeply, intentionally disrupting the disbelief within me while posing the question to myself, sis, are you really ready to be free? I had to make a decision. See, I could yell from the mountaintops like Martin the King. I have a dream. But was I willing to do the work by calling on my ancestors to empower me? Was I willing to undress myself and soul search deeply, letting go of the infectious dis-ease of that held me in captivity? Or would I bow out cowardly and wear a sign that said, in case of emergency, please do not resuscitate me? I had to make a decision to only envision the greater version of me and then take meaningful action through spiritual practices that reveal the truth about me by exposing the higher me. I had to make a decision. And what I found to be most consistently is that spirit was and is always with me, constantly reminding me, forever reassuring me that there is simplicity, even in life's complexities. See, I just had to decide to trust. Trust that spirits got me, stepping out on faith to do that which was calling me, walking into the fullness and the depths of me, choosing to show up as the true me because my third eye can now see signs and wonders come forth in synchronicity like 555 and 333. Things are always, always, always working out for me because I decided to break free. I had to make a decision. And now you can find me centering, aligning, and grounding, positively impacting those around me by walking freely, intently living authentically, while leaving indelible impressions on those that can see their reflection of the divinity in me. I had to make a decision. And once I made the decision, I realized the whole time, y'all, the decision was waiting on me. Poem.
Yo, do me a favor. Go back to that last stanza where you before the final crescendo there, because
Bless
I
you.
felt that. Yeah, sorry about it. I thought that shit so hard where you were like, because I have to be there. Go back like that last two stanzas there, because like that, I want to hear that again. Like I have to.
Which one? I had to make a decision on what I found to be most consistently.
Yeah, yeah.
What I found to be most consistently is that spirit was and is always with me, constantly reminding me, forever reassuring me that there is simplicity even in life's complexities. I just had to decide to trust that spirits got me to step out on faith and do that which was calling me, walking into the fullness and the depths of me, choosing to show up as the true me because my third eye can now see signs and wonders come forth in synchronicity like 555 and 333. Things are always, always, always working out for me because I decided to break free. I had to make a decision. And now you can find me centering, aligning, and grounding, positively impacting those around me by walking freely, intently, living authentically, while leaving indelible impressions on those that can see their reflection of the divinity in me.
Those last few lines too, like I can just drive it home. Yo, I love you. I just met you tonight, but I absolutely undoubtedly love you. Like, I want to be your friend. Like, we need to talk more. Like, I need to get
Come
to
back,
know
come
you.
back.
Yeah, like I just absolutely love you. Thank you so much for being you and being here tonight. Like, I really appreciate you.
No, thank you. I appreciate you guys for sure. I didn't know about this, but now that I know about it, thanks to Uncultured Asian, I will be back for sure. You guys are definitely, everybody has been powerful. I mean, I haven't heard anybody that has been, everything has been amazing.
Yeah, you
Amazing.
stuck around too, because you showed up kind of late, so you're on the end of the list, right? I do that,
Yeah,
people
that's
just show
true.
up.
Yeah.
And I try to, to keep up as people that show up. Oh, who's that?
Yeah.
But yeah, on Fridays, like now we've been doing open room, especially on like holidays and stuff. We'll keep an open room all day, just to have a space for people to come and just talk to other people, whatever. Like certain
Oh,
days,
that's what's up.
Fridays, it's like yeah, we keep it going. Last poet standing up in here. So speaking of last poet standing, I'm gonna start the recorder now. It's going around 2. I think we've been almost 3 hours now. Oh, what a feature. Yo, Uncultured Asian Amy, I love you. Bless. Thank you so much for that feature. It was amazing. Um, yeah, I'm excited to hear more poetry. Love y'all.
Yeah, me too.